Roxy, it's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Blerdkast, the 2025 rewind episode of Blerdkast, and I am happy to be joined by my co-host, my mod, sometimes guest, sometimes just host because stuff happens. Miss Joy Stevens, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. Glad to be here. Glad to be able to come and celebrate the end of the year with you. It's been a good year. It's been a good run. I'm happy to have been a part of this new space we have between Moana Nui and Blerdography. It's been great. So, and
Yes,
for those of you who are wondering, like, why is it just two of y'all? That's never happened before. It didn't happen now. We're holding. This is the end of the year, so we waiting on, we got rotations of people coming through. So don't walk away from the stream. You might miss the person you were tuned in to see. You might miss the best part, your favorite episode, your favorite one-liner quote if you walk away. So stay tuned in with us because this show is about to be hectic. It's going to be great.
Yes, this is going to be a very fantastic episode. But before we bring on everybody, before we get into the hoopla of everything, I just want to say I want to have a moment of joy. Just me and Joy. Let's have a moment of joy together. We just finished Anime Week in Atlanta, and oh my God, my boots were knocked off. I was so impressed with you. I was so impressed with Angela. I was so impressed with Kai and all the interviews that we were able to get given the circumstances. You adapted like that. Like you was just like, you know what? I'm with the chaos because you are chaos incarnate, one half of it, and you just roll with it. And I was like, all right, let me just play out to your strengths. I'm going to work you with the business people and do the vendors. I'm going to give Angela all the cosplayers. And it was, oh my God, I'm sitting editing stuff right now. And I'm just like, I cannot wait to show the world what we did this year at Anime Week in Atlanta. Speaking of shameless plug, if you have not already, please, not while we're doing this live, you should watch this live, but after this live, you should treat yourself to the Black Geeks of Anime Week in Atlanta 2025 Cosplaying While Black episode that went live a couple of hours ago earlier today, because I want to give the people, the audience, my fans, all you Black nerds and just nerds in general and cosplayers a gift of just publishing multiple long form contents in the same day. So this is going to be a glorious day. This should happen at Christmas, but you know what? Here we are. We almost at New Year's.
One of the best deals come out a few days after Christmas. So, it is what it is.
It is. This is the best deal in town right now. I don't always run on CB time, but when I do, I make sure it's worth it. Okay. I don't know. But before we begin, Miss Joy Stevens, you got me a Christmas gift. You got me this book right here.
Yes, I did. Rich auntie money.
Oh my God. Like the history of us, but then you don't, because so much of it has been like just changing the words, like hero and barbarian and invader, just changing the words somehow just blows your mind opens up your mind, let me say that, on the history of the world. This is one of my favorite Christmas gifts that I've ever gotten. I don't want to say where I'm at because I should be a lot further, but Anime Week in Atlanta happened. But where I'm at made me very angry, and it was like, oh my God, if I ever go to New York City and visit Wall Street, it's a wrap. I don't think I can handle it, because I'm like, how do you honor such a egregious act? But thank you so much. And speaking of gifts, you yourself are a gift. Did you know that? Your presence has been my present all of 2025.
Yo, I appreciate that. I really had a lot of fun working with you and hanging out with you and stuff. And it's an honor for me to be involved with all of this. So for you to tell me that I'm a gift, I really appreciate that. It's very special.
Like seriously, I think so. Okay, funny story. prior to 2025, a little bit in 2024 and 2023, you're like in the background or like in the foreground of a lot of my videos, and I just didn't know who you were until like the end of 2024.
Yeah, all
And
of those
then,
Dragon Con photo shoots.
yes,
All that Queen Charlotte stuff. Yeah, I was up front, that Rogue stuff. Mm-hmm.
yes, that was you. Even in the Blerd Geographic episode where they did the first cosplay your way video, you're in the line, and I'm just going by like with my camera, and I'm like, these people really are annoyed with me with my camera in their face, and you just look at me and he's like, yeah, you look very annoyed with me, but we've been close friends since then. Like, what was it? Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo, when you were doing modding for Angela's panel, I was like, I gotta have you on my channel. I gotta find some way to fit you there, because like you eloquently have a command of the Queen's English, or King. You know, I don't like King Charles. The Queen's English. You have such a command.
Like her either. But yeah, the colonizer English. I am very well versed in the language of my oppressor.
There you go. But like I was like, I gotta put you on. Somehow I think I found the way, you being my co-host, my mod, you helping me with my colonizing language, and being more proficient with that, and being a translator from my nerd urban way of speaking. So yes, you have been a joy and a delight, and I just want to thank you so much for being there with me, so much for helping me when I fall, and just helping me succeed, and helping the channel grow so much. You have been one of my biggest supporters in such a short amount of time, and just thank you for being there.
You are welcome, first and foremost, and I enjoy doing it. Like, I am here for helping the children's, because I'm matter of fact, we gotta bring some people on soon, because they cutting up in the private studio in the background. Just, I'm watching something about pina coladas and thickening, and it's a mess. But I when I was younger, I thought that my legacy would be like, I would have a bunch of kids and I would raise up these young boys and how to be men and blah 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 with my husband, and none of that should happen. And so I'm out here single and loaded and auntie level, because I spent 25 years in corporate America with a good corporate job and no kids, no braces, no nothing to spend it on other than taking a trip every now and then. And so now, yeah, oh, you got a Kickstarter here, Kickstarter there, little Cash App over here, little subscription, here, present for you. Because why not? Instead of having my own kids, I have like 30 kids. And so you one of my middle children.
Oh my God.
You give middle child energy.
How do I give middle? I'm only the oldest out of all my siblings, so I don't. Okay, all right,
no,
all right.
Not in our world. Dana is my oldest. Dana's actually she's like the oldest child that helped you raise the other kids, and so like Dana is like the Marsha, and you're too experienced to be the youngest, so you're not the Maknae. But yeah, middle child. You get middle child energy. Like, pay attention to me, which is good.
Okay.
Let's I'm watching these people cut up in the private chat. Y'all.
Wait. Before we bring them on, I just gotta ask you, what was your favorite moment on Blerdography, on Blerdkast, on spending time at a con with me, on the millions of group chats that we are in? What has been your favorite moment?
Wow, my favorite moment. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Of course, I'm gonna be honest. Why do people say that? My favorite moment was when we were doing the Queer Folks in Nerdy Spaces podcast, and we got to talking about like self-esteem, and I think everybody on the screen went in on you. With tough love, but a lot of love. And we were like, you worth so much more. Get your shit together, because you were great. And you were kind of trying to receive it, but it was a little overwhelming. But I think that was my favorite moment, is everybody coming together to lift you up.
Okay. That's interesting, because there were a lot of moments like that in the year 2025 where I got a lot of uplifting and encouraging advice, but also I got roasted like chestnuts on the
Well, it's
open
because you're
fire.
black. That's how black people show love, especially if they're older.
I know. I know. And I greatly appreciate it. Like there's so much stuff that I wish I could put up, but I'm gonna find some kind of way. But when we did the first members only video with Angela and my friend Antonio, they got in on me. But I just appreciate the love because I know that's how we share love. But again, I see the comments in the private chat. Before we bring up the members, I want to bring up one very special person. Miss Dana Morgan, will you please join us for a hot minute?
Hello.
Hi, Miss Dana Morgan.
My first child.
So everybody knows I've talked nothing but great things about Dana Morgan. Dana Morgan is the fairy godmother of Black nerd culture. She's the reason why I'm here, why a lot of us are doing what we do, why a lot of people who I'm going to bring up are doing what they do. And I just want to know, how do you do it? Like, how do you just support every single person and literally be up at 4 a.m. going back and forth in voice messages on Facebook groups with all these different people talking about their problems and their hopes and dreams and goals?
High level time management.
Yes.
A lot of I'll use a corporate term of agile, always adapting and everything. But no, it's definitely one of those that whether especially the BIPOC community, we always talk about, we want to see us in spaces, we want to have representation. And Moana and I were part of a group chat in 2018 talking about we needed more media outlets that gave that representation for the BIPOC community, especially the Indigenous and Native Hawaiian community. And pandemic ended up being that door to start Moana Nui podcast for us. And, we've been going strong for 5 years now. But along with that, both me and Moana are indie creators and stuff like that. We want to make sure we give that support because everybody constantly talking about they want Marvel, DC, different conventions to, give representation, but we can't we can't expect that from them if we don't have somebody to be that person to make that happen through our indie creators.
Right.
Having people like Tony Cade and Tanya and so many others that were our architects and creating spaces here in Atlanta in the con space to have that representation. And then also like C.S. Sherman, making space of the Black Geeks at Dragon Con. You have to have that one person to be that to light that fire and then let it grow. And if I'm just that person that connect folks and to make things happen, then I'm doing I'm doing what I need to do.
You are 1,000% doing the Lord's work and
Absolutely
growing a community, an ever-growing community of Black nerds, of nerds of all different aspects of the Black diaspora, of different aspects of the BIPOC community, and we are just having a blast. Like we couldn't have done it without you. You do understand the community. You are the very pillar this community stands upon. So if I can do more to give you recognition, then I can. Speaking of recognition, one of my favorite, I have two favorite moments of you from this year, but one of them was your surprise, not so surprise birthday tribute that I did for you. That was a lot of chaos getting that together, but that's a whole nother story for another day. But like when you knew it was coming, and even when you saw it, you were so surprised and like just happy and joyful, and you were showing it off to everybody. I was like, okay, I did good. Dana's happy.
Well, it was so unexpected. I know you said something was coming. I didn't know what it was. So it was totally unexpected. And the fact that you were able to get so many people to put that all together is it was a huge thing. And just hearing everybody say stuff and everything, because yeah.
Yes, Chuck Norris does look up to Dana, like, you know, Dana, you the one, you that one.
Right.
My other favorite moment of you, which kind of happened throughout
Obama learned his speeches from Dana. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yes, I've gotten a lot of speeches from Dana, but through those speeches, she's able to rein in my anxiety and my chaos and my self-loathing and my
calming spirit. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she's been able to calm me down and collect me together and just like mentally and physically and spiritually help me keep me going. The fact that we're currently doing Blerdkast Live is literally
I'm sorry. The comment section has got me choking over here.
oh my god. But yes, Dana, you have just reined me in so much and just kept me together when I constantly keep falling apart. And that is one of my favorite things about you. It's not only because you give me that attention, because you literally give every single body else that same level of attention. And I don't know how you do it.
Man,
time management at its max.
So whatever you're doing, keep it up. And like I said, the fact that we're even doing Blerdkast Live is a funny story in itself, because somebody came to me at MomoCon, was like, Dana really loves this In Nerdy Spaces thing. You should go and talk to her. It was Chris Dunn. Right. You got him to talk to me, and I was going to talk to you anyway, but I was like, oh, Dana probably just think I'm so annoying when I'm always coming to her with these ideas and trying to like do something. And no, you're not. We great minds think alike. So it worked out. The In Nerdy Spaces series started from a previous collaboration with Carnell Holly Pictures and Anime Secrets. We did the first episodes toward the end of that, because we were doing videos for Ranger Stop and Pop Atlanta, with it being the last year that we thought at the time. So we wanted to do something to help, promote the con and just get the word out there. And through a bunch of mishaps and whatever else, collaborations, they're fun. But because of that, birthed the In Nerdy series. I came up with the idea because I wanted to give it to Angela, because I was like, hey, you didn't get approved for panels at MomoCon. Let's make a panel series or something where you can just host it and do it. And she was like, no, you should make it a podcast. And I was like, we'll see. And here we are.
Yes.
We did the first episode with Anime Secrets, and then MomoCon happened. We
did a lot of live at MomoCon. Yes.
Yeah. We was cranking it out at MomoCon. And here we are. Sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times, sometimes 4 or 5 times a month. Blerdkast has been coming to you every month since May. And I've never been happy. I did not think the series would take off and be what it was, and not only grow my channel, but your channel and everybody's social medias that's been on it. I didn't think, like, I've talked a lot about imposter syndrome in the past, and this show kind of helped me work through that a lot, because talking with everybody, talking with the different guests on different subjects about representation, about being Black in nerdy spaces, whether you're queer, whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you're BIPOC, whether you just want to see what anime character is going to jail, which we're going to get into that too. This has been such a phenomenal thing on the internet. I want to take the words of who said this. It was a past guest. It was Charles McFall. Blerdkast Live is the best nerd cookout on the internet.
Word.
Yes.
Word.
It's the best nerd cookout on the internet. And speaking of nerd cookout, it's time to bring up the channel members, because without them, this whole channel would have, I don't know what would have happened. But let's bring up all the channel members. Dana, you're a channel member, so you can stay up. Joy, why don't you stay up? But let's bring up Mouse. Let's bring up Angie and Kai, who's a new channel member, by the way. Thank you, Kai. And everybody else that's a channel member. Why don't y'all come on up?
We need to tell Miles to join us again.
Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Hi, Kai.
Hi.
There's my baby Saja.
I know, exactly.
Let's see. Where's Angie and who else I saw in there? I know Mac and Teresa. Teresa's a channel member. I don't know if Troy or Antonio or anybody else is in.
Oh, yeah, we're at full studio. So if he's trying to join, we probably have to, we still at full studio. So I'm
We're
gonna
put
pull
on
back.
rotation.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back.
Like Biggie said, isn't this great? Your flight leaves at 8, her flight lands at 9. My game just rewinds.
What song is that? Don't me. I just asked a question. You guys should be like,
Biggie Smalls, one more chance.
oh, I know that one. I'm sure. I just don't know the lyrics. I know the song. I just don't know the lyrics. Thank you. Stop looking like that.
Say when it starts, first things first. I pop the freaks, all the honeys, dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Same song.
Is that the chorus?
The opening bar.
It's okay, Nana. I only know bits and pieces of the song.
Thank you. I know the chorus. So
the chorus is one more chance.
Yep, I know that.
Give me one more chance. That's the song.
Yeah, I know that one.
It's all the same song.
Gotcha.
And we're done here.
So everybody, welcome the channel members, the Blerd Nation. I would like to welcome Kai, the newest of the Blerd Nation. Yay! Angela Will Williams, the Supreme Attorney. She's a real lawyer. Teresa Kennedy. Oh my God, you have been one of my favorite people of like the last 2 years. You've been there like since the beginning. Mouse, who just joined. Mouse, you've come in clutch a lot. And James, not only you are a channel member, you are also technically the show engineer, and you have been there for almost every episode. So welcome channel members, and Dana's in the background, but welcome everybody. How's y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Hold on, I would love to hear this because she's muted. She was just going off.
She was cussing out somebody else.
I was talking to my son because he came in here, hadn't been here the whole day, and now he's like, "Hey, you sound busy. I think I need to come bother you."
I mean,
and this is why I have to watch my anime in dub.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Kids, gotta love them. Or do you?
You don't gotta love
Right.
them.
No, you don't have to. No.
F them kids.
I'm with you on that one.
The joy of not having
Anakin
any.
Skywalker school of rearing. Like, you lucky if you make it to 10.
Y'all are hilarious.
Yeah, apparently he made it. I guess. Whatever.
Hey, I tell everybody I didn't make it to 48 without having any by accident. That shit was intentional.
Never had a scare, right?
Well, there was one. Never mind.
She's a real attorney. No, I probably should put that on a business card because people don't believe I'm an actual attorney. And then I had one of my friends come with me to court because he was a translator. So he came with me to court so he could translate. He was like, "Your persona in court is very different." I was like, "Did you think I acted like this in court?"
I'm really interested to see how you are in court. To be honest,
I would love to see how you are in court.
Yeah.
I was in court for 2 years. You can watch it on Law and Crime.
I'm about to say, I have a
Dick Wolf
good
needs to be
idea
a sitcom
how she
about
is in
you.
court, considering how she acts here. Because
This is not how she acts in court. It can't be.
no, it can't be because I've worked in a courthouse before, so I've seen how attorneys conduct themselves in front of the judge.
Because this is all contempt. Like,
yeah.
you've been in contempt all the
I've
time.
been in contempt twice.
Not long. You've been in contempt twice.
You're a lawyer. It should be 0. I have a question.
It should be 0. No, not if I'm fighting for my clients. I'd rather the judge take it out on me than my client.
Okay, fair enough. I have a question. did you or did you not correct the judge on the pronunciation of your name by saying, say it with me now, D. Williams?
I did, because it's not that hard. If I say, hey, my name is D. Williams. Okay, Attorney Williams. It's D. Williams. It's what now? It's D. Williams. Okay, Attorney Williams. Say it with me.
Mm-hmm.
I could
It's like a
definitely
pimp
see
name
that being
slip
the
back. You say the whole thing.
Exactly.
The whole thing. Mm-hmm.
It's not hard, especially if I'm saying it verbatim. So
And EJ, you don't need to know what they were talking about in the private chat. It was talking about pina coladas and thickness. That's all you need to know.
Can't take y'all nowhere. I can't take none of y'all nowhere.
You can't leave us nowhere either.
Hey, we
Just
are
find out what it
we're
tastes
the
like.
perfect group to take somewhere because you will always be entertained with us.
Yes.
That's
That
sad.
is true.
Speaking of being entertained,
Uh-oh.
since we're doing a rewind and we're looking back at the things that we have done together as a group, as a community, as friends, as people on this planet who are trying to survive and just pay rent or their mortgage and car notes, we've had a ball. We've had a couple of balls. One of my favorite balls we had happened to be on my birthday because some of y'all was at it. A lot of y'all was at it. Like you was at it, and 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 you was at it. Some other people in the background was at it. So yeah,
you have no physical evidence or proof that I was there. I categorically deny everything you just said.
At the table eating some all you can eat buffet at Gohan. It was delicious.
Never happened.
And then you singing karaoke. I definitely got that video.
No, you don't.
Even I have that video. Nice try.
Okay. You tried it.
Let me put it in the chat.
I will say though, like us all going to your birthday dinner led to some other developments that happened at AWA, because that's where like me and Supreme Attorney were already cool, but got like a little bit cool. I got to see way more of her, and I was like, oh my God, wild, let's do it. And then we bring some people. And so next thing you know, I'm in a chat group and just a random question. Hey, would you like to be a Saja boy? I was like, I guess. I don't know. Next thing you know, we are cosplaying a full team of 5 day and night looks at AWA for the Saja boys. Matter of fact, my favorite video, because I look, I'm not posting a dance video, but my favorite video of us is the one that Dana took of us. But we worked out the whole slow motion timing. I showed it to 2 of my nieces today. One of my friends, actually my friend's nieces, because one of them is heavy into anime and everything, and she was so excited. She's like, "Oh my God, you were romance!" I was like, "Yeah," it was great. So this is the video that I showed her earlier today.
Yes, you the 3 of you and the 2 others of you did such an amazing job. I swear to God, I couldn't have planned, because none of that was planned. Like I didn't have anything to do with y'all reception once y'all hit the photo shoot. I had nothing to do with how enamored everybody was with y'all. I just was calling for y'all, and y'all showed up and showed out. And your cosplay was dope. Again, if you haven't seen it, wait till the end of this video and then go watch it. Black Geeks at Anime Weekend Atlanta 2025. The Saja Boys do make an appearance. And yes, Angie, I do have footage of y'all being called to the stage and everyone freaking out about y'all. So you're gonna love it because it's about you, and you are your favorite subject.
I'm happy you realize that now. It is about time.
I will never
here we are.
not forget that you are your favorite subject, followed by me.
Dana, pop that video for me.
Love that for us. I love that for us.
Oh my gosh, just
not the answer.
Oh yeah. Come on.
You couldn't tell us nothing.
Take your time. 왠지 두근대는 밤이야. Sweet tonight. 달 끝까지 달려가 볼까. Yeah. Just right. 신동에 걸어 백세를 발에 홀려. 모든 것이 특별해 너 완전 어울려. 우와서 원하다.
Oh goodness.
Oh God. That will be the most favorite moment, because we're all like, him toss. And then we get the mystery and they're just like,
I know like what?
And we're like, you know what? You can keep it.
Okay, but you got the earring.
It
You
took us
got
so
the
much
earring.
practice to get that part right.
You had to get the earring anyway, so it works out.
Yeah, it all worked out. It all worked out.
did.
But that was a good 15 minutes of okay, cue music and go. And then, like, if you look at my face, you can hear me looking like 5, 6 and walk because we didn't film in slow motion. We actually walked that slow. That wasn't slowed down. That was us walking slowly.
I did slow it down a little bit more.
Okay, thank you. Because we were funny. There's other video of us trying to do like the soda pop shoulders. I didn't post that one. I didn't repost that one on purpose.
I did. It was fun.
I let everybody tag me in it. I just didn't put it up.
I was trying to see whose
I got
phone
too many
it was
choreographers in my blood.
when we were doing the run. I was trying to see whose phone that was, but I couldn't remember whose phone we took.
It's
that one.
it's on Angela's phone.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to send it, but they said it was too big.
Did you try to send it over Facebook?
Yeah, that's where it said it was too big. I was trying to put it in the group chat.
Mm.
And then I put it in that Google folder.
Yes.
We did not practice the choreography in full, so we had to go for just do the shoulders. Just do the shoulders. And then I had to impact the shoulders like this. You do it like this, and I'm getting what? No. Not with your waist. No, don't look to the right. Just this. Just this. Start here.
I mean, you're welcome for the memory. It's a core memory now.
Right? It's a core memory now.
Exactly. Thank you, Sia Sherman. Thank you.
It was fun. I don't think we have any video of us in the nighttime look, but we also
there is.
Oh
my God, there is.
I've seen photos, but I haven't seen video.
I didn't know there was a video.
Vlog. Y'all haven't? Okay. Y'all should watch the vlog when y'all.
The vlog came out today.
The vlog.
Yes, the
I have an adult job, sir.
I'm sorry. I have a 9 to 5
job too.
I know.
I have a 9 to 5. I didn't see anything today.
Your job starts at night, sir.
That doesn't make any difference. I still have a
job. It makes all the difference.
No, it doesn't. That's
you wore me out so bad today. I had to take a nap. Oh my gosh.
I just got back from Houston Saturday sometime. I was so out of it that I lost time. Like I didn't know what day it was today. So I'm glad I'm here.
I set my alarm for 7:40. Huh? I set my alarm for 7:40 because I don't want to hear Marc's mouth. I don't want my phone. Where are you? Where are you? I was like, let me just get on this before I get in trouble.
I mean, you run on Angie time, so you know.
You know what? I'm gonna start saying that.
So being proactive was a good thing.
You know what? Teresa, how you doing? You just been down there so quiet and pleasant and nice. How you doing?
Muted.
I know. I was trying to unmute. I mean, I'm not a Saja boy, so I was letting y'all have that.
You're not a Saja boy, but you have permanently given me an idea I'm taking forward to every single photo shoot I go forward now that I'm calling the King of the Hill shot, where I call upon 40 and up cosplayers and people wearing geek shirts and nerds to the stage so they can have their moment to shine in all their glory.
And when you called that, you called the over the hill shot. And
I instantly regretted it when I said
what I requested. I did not say anything about over the hill cosplayers. I believe I said more mature, the older even cosplayers. I didn't say anything about over the hill.
That's why I'm going to rename it to King of the Hill.
Why not just call it the OGs?
Like what?
Just
OGs. The aunties and the unks.
Right.
Just OGs. Just the OGs.
Nah,
no.
What?
Someone
if you say King of the Hill, they might be looking for King of the Hill cartoon cosplay.
That's true. That is true. And so I know auntie is more acceptable, but personally, I think Unk is kind of derogatory being called.
Y'all
that
made
as.
it derogatory. Unk
When
used to
did
be
Unk become derogatory?
Unk used to be your favorite uncle that had his
Exactly.
Cavassier and his cigar and the funny smell of cigarettes that you couldn't go outside with him. Unk used to be the
Exactly.
one.
It was
When
slide you the money
YNs
when
you
he wasn't
don't know that
supposed
are
to.
not related to you start calling
Right.
you Unk out of it just goes somewhere left. So
It's
I
rooted
never
in
liked being
white
called
supremacy.
Unk. Even my
I
own
accept
nephew
now. I
calls
was
me
called
Everything
Unk
is.
for the first time at homecoming last year by some underclassmen, and my natural instinct was to pretty much be like WTF in their face. But I was like, you know what? I'm out here. I'm having a good time, and I got edibles. So
Right.
Me,
Unk need, you know, okay, wait, let me pull out my DEI face right quick. You know how hard it was for a black man to reach age 45
yeah,
for so many generations?
Agreed.
And so
Agreed.
to have someone that reached the age of an uncle in your life, you're getting wisdom from the previous generation that a lot of men don't get because some of the men in their family are no longer with us. So Unk was absolutely venerated. And in a cookout setting, Unk is on the grill, right? Unk got the Jesus sandals on and he's, cutting up the fruit or whatever. But the idea that Unk is bad is only because we tie so much to beauty standards and being young. Nobody wants to be old. And uncle and auntie are old. That's why so many people are like, I'm not an auntie. Girl, you're 47. You are absolutely an auntie.
Yep.
Right? If you're old enough to have children, you're auntie. Just live with that. But people are so obsessed with, this is what I look like. Don't call me this. I'm not that, blah, 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 because they fear the mantle of, and you're also old. But you are also old. Just be old. And my favorite thing to say is, I'm too old for this.
yes.
My knees are too old for that. Y'all got them young knees. I'm not go make my plate because I'm too old for that. Right?
I thank Danny Glover for that every day.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this ish.
And I always say I'm not getting paid enough for this. So
Right.
And the young lady,
Yo.
the young lady at the World Congress Center, I was leaving one day and she was one of the security ladies and she was like, you have a good evening, auntie. I mean, I can't be mad at that. It was very respectful.
Yes.
She recognized, she saw the streak. So she recognized the wisdom in the building. So, I couldn't be anything but honored.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be offended by getting called auntie.
Well, you're in your 30s, aren't you?
I love that for me.
Yeah.
Because her true age
Angie's
has
still
been
a
a
children.
mystery for 2 years.
Yeah,
And that's why I was
Angie
she
is still
said
a
that.
children.
What?
I'm 48. I embrace Unk.
I'm 51. I'm gonna be auntie.
Yeah.
I got that,
I
and I
would
will
be
tell
Unk.
people I got that auntie money too. So yeah, talk about me if you want to.
The cool thing about being auntie and uncle is the wealth of knowledge we have to dispense upon the youth.
Right.
So I like that. So you want to call me Unk? Cool. I could also learn you something.
Right.
There you go.
I
There
can
you
also
go.
learn you something. That's
Right.
Learn you something.
Now that is definitely an Unk phrase.
Yes, 100%.
Matter of fact, I don't know if you've gotten to the part in Black AF history yet, but there's a whole chapter where he writes it from his uncle's point of view.
Oh,
Have not gotten there yet. He talks about his Uncle Junior, but I haven't gotten to the point of view chapter on him yet. I'm literally on the chapter where they came up with diseases. They made diseases.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
So white psychologists said that there must be a mental illness that causes Black people to run away from these good plantations, and they called it drapetomania. If you ran away from the plantation,
what,
and tried to escape, you had a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm.
That's also how they came up
wanna
with
leave
feminine
captivity.
hysteria. If you married an ancient dude and you hated him, it must be something with your your womb, and so hysteria comes from you just crazy because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Can you tell people what the book is called again?
Black
Black
AF
AF
History by Michael Harriot.
Not
This is my
sponsored.
favorite book of 2024 and 5.
5 and 6 here, because I'm going into New Year reading this.
It's definitely and read it so you can read it at your own pace. I preferred it over I prefer it over Kindle because he has footnotes. He's annotated everything. Nothing he says is not 100% receipted. And so he'll have footnotes and you can click it and go right to the footnotes and the citations in the back. But all the citations are in the back of the book as well. So you can still do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The footnotes have been some of the hilarious parts of it. No, wait. My favorite part of this book, because I've been reading it while I'm at work, is when white people come into work and they see me reading it, and then they're like, "Oh, what are you reading?" And they see the cover, and then they just get quiet and back off. That has been my favorite part of reading this book.
You start taking that with me to court.
So are you saying it's a repellent?
Yes, because it's unapologetically black, and I will read this unapologetically. I'm just because somebody like one of my black coworkers was like, "Hey, that's a good book, but maybe you should take the cover off so you don't offend anyone." And I was like, "Never. I will glue it to the book cover and ruin the book. This will never leave the book. I want everyone to know what I'm reading."
Because that book is a nice little 2-finger salute to all of them.
2 fingers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Haiti. I feel so bad for Haiti. Let's bring up our next guest, Miss Renee Cooper.
Renee.
I had to, because it was going to make me go off.
Hey, Renee, come off mute.
Hi, Renee.
I think she's talking on the phone right now.
Yeah, she was just like, "Yeah, I gotta go."
Yeah. She's like, "Give me a minute."
Y'all surprised me. I didn't know how we were doing this. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I thought I would put a message in the group chat saying you're coming up next, but I had to bring you up because I was going to rage about America and that book that's been awakening me. But since you are new, you are a first-time guest to the show. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody what is it that you do on this beautiful planet we call Earth?
Wait, okay. First of all, I'm not the first time guest on this show. This is like my second time, right?
Have you?
Well, it's her first time on Blerdkast, but she's been
got it. Okay,
Moana Nui and
Mm.
Blerdography, but just not on Blerdkast.
Yeah, I was like, I've done Moana Nui, and okay, got it. So, hi everyone. I'm Renee Cooper, soon to have a new last name finally. So just go by Renee or Renee C. I am a director of multiple conventions in Atlanta. I'm a senior director actually at MomoCon over the media department. I have the pleasure of working with Dana and a lot of other amazing directors in that department. And then for DragonCon, I'm the director of animation track. I also cosplay sometimes. Yay.
Oh, you more than cosplay. You cosplay very well. You're underselling yourself.
Well, I think the sometimes is the key point. Like I have to be very specific about what I invest in, and I have made some stupid investments of cosplay in the past couple of years. By stupid, I mean amazing. But I try to keep it sustainable.
Mm. Oh, do you have any pictures?
I have. Yes, my Instagram has some pictures.
Ironheart, she did Ironheart at DragonCon and
yeah, I was Ironheart with the Wakanda armor at DragonCon. That was my major. I did that a couple days. A few years ago, I did Hawthorne, who is everyone just calls Lightyear because it's from the movie Lightyear, but it's either Elijah or I can't remember, not Elijah. The two Hawthorne potential characters. Yeah. I've been cosplaying since 2009. So I have a pretty wide repertoire before Instagram and TikTok really kicked off. And I'm lazy, so I don't make videos very often. But I think I'm very proud of the, I can't remember her name right now, but Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. I did Ika is what your name is. And I just was really happy to see that there's more representation of Black people in American and local animation. So I try to tap into those.
Of course, I'm looking at your page. He was right talking about Mariah Carey saying she sings a little bit.
Okay, well, Mariah Carey is lying.
Like, you know what? Like either Dana or James, one of the admins back here, pull up her IG and let's stalk her IG real
Oh my
quick.
gosh, it's gonna be a bunch of silly.
No, because she is really downplaying it, and it's so funny.
Yeah,
I want to see
100%.
Oh, you guys. I was like, you guys are so sweet about like, I love how you were uplifting Marc and hearing about uplifting Marc in like the con spaces and at panels. So it is really nice to be in a room full of like us that have done this for a while, and just to know that like we can keep going. Like, you know, you're so sweet. It's so nice.
It's easy when it's the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Another one of our friends of the shows and cosplays. Oh, here we go. Yes.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I cosplay gay.
Oh, the Scabby! Stop it! I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yo.
That's so cool.
Shout out to Real Awesome Works, because I did not build that. People ask me that all weekend, and I'm happy to answer the question. Someone else built that. I did put this together though.
That is so, I like that one. That is so cute. Oh, I don't want to work either.
Just give me the money.
Nice. I'm also listening to you guys talk about like creating content and how long it takes, and it does take so long. Like these like little bros and little sisses who can be on TikTok every day and makes content. I am so like enthralled by you.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
Nice.
This is everything.
Girl. My boy Carnell's.
No, I saw that interview.
Yeah, this was at MomoCon, wasn't it?
This is at MomoCon, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so
you famous girl. I hear talking about I cosplay from time to time.
Right.
You're a famous person.
Right.
that was a span of like
Mariah
3 months,
Carey.
4 months, 6 months. But thank you guys.
I'm gonna speak this over all of y'all. I want all y'all to quit being humble in 2026. Talk your shit.
Bet. I got you. I got you. That is my plan.
You should always walk in the room like you need me. I'm the baddest thing you've ever seen. Every room you walk into.
Does
Well,
that include?
I think Dana can attest to this. I feel like my outside of cosplay, my claim to fame is my Excel sheets and my Airtable, because those are what I do walk into rooms and I'm just like, I am allowed to be here. But it's because we have, we do a lot of planning on the con side, and I do feel very fortunate, but also like slightly powerful, but just like very happy to be able to help that, because through working with like media relations, even through panels, things like that, we can actually see, like I can see the growth of more Black and brown and people of color and accessibility getting access to these spaces through like content creation and through programming, things like that. So that part, I will if someone was like, oh, you do concept, I'll be like, yeah, my Airtables, like I can send an automated email that goes out to the content creator, blah, 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 like that. I will brag on that.
Awesome.
Nerd.
As you should.
Very awesome. Very awesome.
Let's kiss.
Now, Renee, I have to ask, what has been your favorite and fondest memory of me and or Blerdography over the year of 2025? And we've had
Moana
some
Nui.
very interesting.
Don't forget Moana Nui.
And Moana Nui, yes.
I mean, I always love seeing you in action at MomoCon. That's where, I may not always be in the media room, but I feel like you keep the interviews really fun, both Moana Nui and Blerdography. You help to make sure that when we do have guests, big or small, who come through, who do make the time to get interviewed, there's coverage there for it. I also was, without getting too detailed or dramatic, I was very happy that the time I spent at AWA this year, I could see you doing the photo shoot. Like I arrived right at the photo shoot on Friday at Anime Week in Atlanta, and I just was that's like one of the only three reasons that I would even go to that con. Put a period on that. But I just appreciate that you guys are consistently just, in the spaces and showcasing Black people. And like I said, I can't say enough good things about Dana. Like, again, when I say Dana saved me from drowning, like that is the media relations department. Dana came in and was able to, through her dedication. I remember it was Winterfest, the one and only Winterfest MomoCon a couple years ago. There shall never be another one, don't ask. She was on site. She was one of I think, Marc, you may have also been there, but like, Dana was really helpful in making sure that, again, the guests that were there got interviewed. She knew and met a lot of people in the room. And after that, I was like, hey, we're expanding this. I have to do this. Dana, would you like to step in? And she has just managed her and her team with media relations going forward. So, you guys have been complete blessings to the con community from the operations side, as well as just like amazing visual representation of how Black Atlanta conventions really are. So I love that.
Yo,
how fun they are.
Yes, they're fun. But just for a moment, I do want to acknowledge, there's not a word for it. Dave Chappelle mentioned this in his new special, but there's not a word for when Black people take over stuff that's meant for not Black people. Reverse gentrification, if you will. I love how we've shown out for MomoCon in the last couple of years, how AWA has become a beacon of Black cosplayers, Dragon Con with Black Geeks of Dragon Con. More on that in a bit. So much Black nerdiness has come out of Atlanta, so much that we just need a Black Nerd Con in Atlanta. More on that.
Can I disagree on that for like a moment?
Go for it.
And I don't mind if anybody disagrees with my disagree. That's totally fine. We do have at least one Black run convention in Atlanta, which is Atlanta Sci-Fi Fantasy Expo. But again, the incorporation of the type of people who live in Atlanta really does, I mean, they're not run by, let's say, a Black person, but like we really are in a lot of spaces that you don't recognize. Animation track director, Eric is anime track director at Dragon Con. Actually, I'm pretty sure me and Dana talked like 4 out of the 5. I don't know the numbers. There's numbers. Like most of the directors in the media department are Black. So that's like moderators or people of color, moderators, photography, media relations, media operations. I'm sure I'm forgetting something else.
Wait. Can I be inappropriate real quick?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Well, yeah,
never asked permission before.
So, from a media relations standpoint, one of the things that me and Angie did this year, and Marc video recorded it, was we covered the parade for Dragon Con, and we had a blast. And so I feel like we are better than what was out there. And that's the inappropriate part, because this is not the right time to be talking about this. But I don't know when I'm gonna see you again, so I'm gonna shoot my shot. No, let us cover the parade next year for like
it's not inappropriate. It's not inappropriate at all, because even the comments in the video have said that y'all were better than the actual Dragon Con TV coverage and their correspondents, hands down.
So I did forget that I also do help with the media, like the media relations aspect, not where Dana works, but like similar, like the TV spots and stuff for Dragon Con as well. So I would say talk to Dana, because I know Dana knows like the directors directly. If I had control over it, I would let anyone cover. I know there is coverage that can be done there, but volunteering is the first step to like being able to do that. However, it does take time. And if you can come through as a content creator, you do have a lot more like freedom to go kind of wherever you want. So I don't know, if you look at a lot of conventions, sorry, I'll say this and then I'll shut up. But if you look at a lot of conventions and you look at the content that they put out, it kind of grows over time, because not everybody is so quick to do social media first, like from the con side. But the reason that media and content creators and social media influencers are so important is because their accounts are the ones getting like the millions of views. So while you may not be specifically working with Dragon Con TV, if you search Dragon Con Parade 2025 and you've posted on YouTube, somewhere searchable, things like that, it's very likely that your content comes up even before Dragon Con's official content. So I would say lean into making sure you're applying early for those lists, like to get those passes and things, being early, getting a good place on site so that your content could be the ones that are like number one. Because look, Google, search YouTube, DragonCon Parade, DragonCon 2021, DragonCon 2026, 2016, whatever. And it's always like cosplay music videos, parade videos, things like that. And now it's becoming more like influencers, cosplayers, and all that aspect. So you could beat out numbers.
Here's my plan. And we can say that we created this, and I let it be we, because again, rich auntie, I like to give to the community. We created on this night this new idea, because I know that Mark, you wanted to have me and Angie do like our thing on your platform as the Chaos Twins, if you will. If we start hashtagging all the stuff we do Chaos Twins, we'll have a following by the time we get to DragonCon, and then the Chaos Twins covered the parade will be a whole thing. So that's the plan. It starts now. Let's get on that.
Bet.
And Renee, I'm gonna definitely pick your brain after the show, since you run an animation track, because I have some ideas for a panel after dark, because adults watch anime too.
Yep.
Yes. Again, animation.
Yep.
I can tell you who does anime, but we absolutely but we use the same form that I created. We use the same programming form. So once I get that done, I'd love to talk to you. Like, you can talk to me whenever, and I will send that over to you so we can kind of like add that to our schedules. Because we always do more content.
I also wanted to pick out, like, I saw that you put the comment, you said K-pop Demon Hunters is not anime. Oh, and it's not. Like, I
know you just said your niece liked anime, and I was like, I had a PTSD from because I realized too late that did fall under animation track. And when I tried to make the panel, all chaos broke loose because I had to tell little girls that they could not make it into this panel room because it was too small. So I was just having like little flashbacks, World War II style, to that being my responsibility. Next year, it won't happen that way. But this year, it was a little chaotic. So there, had a great time. But anime track was just like, we don't care. Shout out to them. We actually used that room because it had like 30 more seats in it. But I was just like, it was because you mentioned your niece or something. Like,
yeah. She's legit in the anime. Like, we were talking Sword Art Online earlier today. So and she reads all the manga. She's on book 8 of One Piece.
I don't even know what that timeline looks like. So
I think there are 100 books.
Oh,
higher.
Yeah. So I told her I wasn't going to join her on that journey, and she could do that by herself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that the creator just announced that they just finished season 1 of One Piece, only season 1.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I think he's trolling because I think he does that to mess with people. Ain't no way.
It is a test of endurance. It is absolutely a test of endurance.
I mean, if you
I just started it.
Make you through retirement.
No, it's in the digital track.
Oh, that's a good question. But could it be in the anime track also? We'll find out next year.
Where's that panel? What room?
Right. Before we go on, I just got to share my favorite memory of Renee from 2025. Actually, I have 2 of them. One of them is very funny to me because it happens every year. So I see you sometimes at MomoCon, but most of the time you are like a blur. Like, you'll photo or video bomb me and then you'll disappear because you're just so busy. And I will never see you until I'm editing MomoCon videos. I was like, oh, that's Renee who just came in and then flew off somewhere. That's you. And then my other memory, and this is an embarrassment on me. So I suffer from cosplay blindness. It's a disease where you don't know who people are when they switch cosplay and clothes and stuff, and you're overwhelmed. And I came up to Renee and we was talking, and she was with Mr. Montreal, Navy Montel, and we was all just talking, and she was like, Mark, that was me in that cosplay. And I just like, oh my God, like, I swear to God, I need to get better. I have a disease. I swear to God, it's like reverse Superman blindness or something.
Mm-hmm. Totally different person right now to Mark. I just want y'all to know that. James left. I'm Miles.
It happened with me and Joy. I was literally at AWA and I was like taking pictures and video, and then like I talked to Joy the day before on like Messenger, and then just totally, you know, did not recognize.
Yeah, like when I posted myself on IG, she goes, "That was you?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's most of my responses on Instagram. That was you. I saw it. So it's okay that happens, because you know we be rocking different contacts and color hair and different things. So you know,
no, it's bad. It's not as bad as when I went up to Dana Morgan at AWA 2022 and asked her where Dana Morgan was, and she looked at me very confusedly. So wait, because you were probably there too. So yeah, I have a problem.
It's because you only see us through email. You can't tell, like, we don't have our names. I mean, they are on our badges sometimes, but sometimes they're not. So, you know, it's you
don't
go
give him
by
an
your
excuse. Don't give him an excuse. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because there are people who I volunteer with year after year, and I'm like, who is that? I don't know who that is. I know something about workshops. Like, that's how I know people. So, and they don't cosplay. They just exist. So you're okay. But I love those. Thank you.
So next year at Dragon Con, when I come up to you and I just refer to you in cosplay, you know why.
Yes.
I don't know who you are.
Did you know I was at the that sing-along panel? Did you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew who you were then. Because I was like, oh, you look like Renee. It's Renee. And I'm like, okay, obviously, if it looks like Renee, it's Renee. Like, just
you look like Renee.
You don't have to say everything that comes to your head.
Because you're Renee.
Oh my God.
I swear it's okay to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna say the quiet part in my head, and I'm not gonna put it out there.
Nope, say the quiet part out loud.
Oh, you're coming up next, Miss Tanya Woods, because okay, that's a funny story too. But Renee, thank you for stopping by and coming on and sharing your memories. I don't want to keep you. We got other people who want to come on and say their piece, but I look forward to miss cosplaying you and forgetting who you are all in 2026, and seeing you as an after image in my edits in MomoCon. So thank you so much. You have done so much. Oh, also, my favorite memory of you, you were the one who told Dana to reach out to me to apply for press at MomoCon when that Winterfest vlog came out. I think you were the one who convinced Dana to talk to me. So I owe you some flowers too.
Oh, well, thank you. Reintroduce yourself to me anytime. Yeah. It's wonderful joining you, Sherman. I see you in the chat. Definitely love on Sherman so much when he goes on, as well as Tanya. And I don't know why you keep calling Antonio. I don't know, Antonio. That's a new thing for me, but I'm gonna keep watching. But yeah, thank you all. And I'm going to feel free to drop me, and I'll see you in 2026.
All right.
And Marc, you're bringing that up. It actually was like us just having conversation, and I both of us agreed that, hey, Marc need to really consider doing press. And I was like, let me go talk to him.
I think it worked out. I think y'all made a really good decision. And before you go, Renee, I just want to thank like all of the beautiful Black women that have been supporting me in my channel and my journey from day one. And it's kind of why I work so hard to make sure that all of y'all beautiful ladies and the gentlemen too, but mostly the ladies have a voice on my channel. Y'all will always have a platform. Teresa, how you doing down there? I know you've been quiet for like the last 20 minutes. How you doing?
I'm always quiet. It's okay. You can ignore me, but I'm good.
No, I'm not ignoring you. You're like everybody's my favorite, but you're like special to me. I
still don't understand that, but I appreciate it very much.
But we won't hold you on. Thank you, Renee, for coming on. Thank you so much. I would like to bring on the next two guests. This will make 10 on screen at the same time. Mr. Tony Cade and Miss Tanya Woods. If you could please so. Hi.
Hello.
How are y'all doing? Thank y'all for waiting so patiently.
Oh, it's a good thing I was paying attention.
I mean, it's not like there's a football game on tonight.
Multitasking. I'm literally watching you guys, watching the Hawks game, and watching the Falcons game simultaneously.
So am I.
So you're not really doing anything.
All right, and amazingly, I know it won't last, but the Hawks and the Falcons are both winning. I know it won't last.
At least you know the truth. At least you know the truth.
Wait. Who are the Hawks playing tonight?
They're playing the OKC.
Oh yeah, that won't last long.
Yeah, but they're winning now
Falcons are
without
playing the
Trey,
Rams.
without Jalen Johnson.
Fair enough. I was going to say, because if they were playing Washington, that's a guaranteed dub.
Are you sure? They done lost to some bad teams.
The Wizards are trash.
James, this is not a sports channel.
I know.
I was about to say.
Stay on
Hey,
top
there
of
is
Don't you got a
nothing
show?
wrong with being a versatile nerd.
True.
Okay.
He's gonna give you stats.
Especially black nerd. We can play sports, we can watch sports, and we can pull women. All right, there is something special about the black nerd, and y'all need to appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure somebody who played D&D and loved sports came up with fantasy football.
That sounds right. That tracks.
Because that's all fantasy sports is, D&D for people who love sports.
See, that's the prime I'm old moment. I do not get sports anime. Somebody mentioned that in the chat, and I don't get it.
What
Like
sports?
I'm very much a big bot kind of a girl, and whenever I see people talking about
Giant
romance,
Mecha
The way I had a crush on the dude from
anime,
Big
I
O
am-
back in the day.
Yo,
Giant
Big
was
O
first
was
love
the
anime.
shit.
I'm so mad that it didn't last longer. All of that is a metaphor. But anyway,
So I will say this, and I will promise I won't talk about sports for the rest of the show. Sports anime is good for learning about the particular sport in the anime. So if you're ever curious, so if you've never watched the sport, football, basketball, volleyball, swimming, golf, tennis, whatever it may be, there's an anime for literally all of those sports, and they will teach you the game as you're watching the anime. So aside from the plot, you're also learning something.
I never paid attention to the rules. I'm not gonna lie. I'll just have to rewatch everything again.
yeah,
So,
I like
I know a couple of titles for each sport. So,
But Eureka 7, I don't remember there being any sports, and maybe I just been so long since I watched.
Eureka 7 is not a sports anime.
They
Yeah,
play
that was a
some
big
games.
one.
They play some sports games in the anime, but it's
In the
not
anime, yeah, but it's not a sports
throughout.
themed.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not a
'cause
sports
I remember
themed
there
anime.
being some weird, like, I don't know, angels and floaty things.
Mhm.
The weird,
No, that was the first one that I was like, what? Yeah, no.
that's the Eureka 7 that I watched
the
like
basketball.
20 years
Yeah,
ago.
even though it's spelled Eureka, but yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Well,
See, I
they
never
said Eureka. You gotta represent. You gotta respect that.
I don't know. I think
I know.
Leary on Ice, though, I think that love was fueled by fanfic. I said,
Someone's
saw
fanfic is
Yuri
Yuri
on
on Ice.
I never saw it because I thought it was actually Yuri.
Someone,
Somebody
have you
told me
been
it was
on
Yuri Cutter.
AO3? It's not just someone's, it's someone's.
Holy crap!
I have not
was
fully
wrong
watched
with it.
Yuri on Ice in its totality. I have seen episodes here and there because other people I know like it.
Wait,
Yuri on
he's got
Ice.
the clippy.
Martial arts is a sport. Okay,
Oh,
sure,
yeah,
yes.
martial arts.
Okay, I will accept that.
I just learned what that word was during AWA.
You're
What's that?
welcome.
Yowie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's my favorite genre.
I am not surprised by that.
And what's funny is for the first time I saw it somewhere else. Somebody was joking around about the stray kids. Somebody's like, "Yeah, boo, right in the Yowie," and I was like, "That tracks."
Yep.
No, ATs too. Oh my god.
Baby kissing on each other so hard. It's
It's
ridiculous.
so hard. To be a statini is not for the weak.
Not for the week. Nope. It's fun though. But I promise I'm not going to derail this. I had to balance out the sports with some K-pop, but now we're back in the middle with.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Oh, your little wolf chan is cute.
Oh my god, thank you.
See, now y'all are just messing up over there.
Oh
I
my
mean, y'all
God.
started talking about sports, so we had to. Oi, oi, oi.
I'm done. I said my piece. I'm done.
All right.
Wait,
okay.
the man,
All right.
the man show.
Let's
The-
bring it back on track.
Women like sports too. I just don't, unless
No,
it's
no,
too
no, no.
deep.
Oi. That's from the man. Does anybody else remember the man show?
Yes, I do remember
Yes.
the man show.
Okay.
This is from Stray Kids. Oi, oi, oi. Like what?
No, what? So since you don't watch sports, you don't know that a whole lot of people say Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. It has
Oi, oi.
nothing to do with Stray Kids, but it's because Bang Chan and Felix are from Australia. That oi, oi, oi is a sports thing that Stray Kids also does because they're Australian.
I like the Stray Kids version.
Okay.
Word.
I already knew where that was going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, right? Felix's voice is everything.
Voice is
I think I should start buying Louis Vuitton because of him.
No.
Okay.
Stop that right now. Anyway, so we were going
two guests down there.
We were going through talking about people's favorite moments. And Tony, you're in the middle of so many things, and you are a hub of so many things. And so I'm not even going to
before you go too much farther, after reading all of the stuff over here in the private chat, I now feel that I need to be spoken to as Elder Tony.
Elder Tony. Yes.
I think you forget that I've known you for a very, 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 very long time, and you've always demanded you get yourself titles.
So
I love a good title. Okay, new. Elder Tony.
So are Elder and OG the same?
No. Elder and OG could be brothers. Like the elder is the one that you go to for like knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and the OG is the one that you go to the trunk with during Thanksgiving.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just call me ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna call you lady. Call me Lady Angie.
Oh my God.
What? I almost want
Just let the Sharingan do its thing.
I want to back out of this broadcast so that Sherman can get up in here because he is cutting up in the comments.
Sherman's awful. He'll act like everything is cool and that he's just all calm, all professional, and then he'll just slide in random stuff. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not
Sean's
wrong.
the one that like always invites me to like, hey Tony, we're doing this thing at Dragon Con after dark. I need you to come and participate in it. And I'm just like, after dark, okay.
No.
So I can just say anything that pops in my head, and he's like, yeah. So like, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Commander Tanya.
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah,
my
so
God.
Tanya, you don't play.
Or can I be Commodore? Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, Commodore. Commodore sounds better.
So there was a question coming or something?
Okay, all right. Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo, everybody. Tony Cade, thank you so much for revising your long lost con.
Round of applause.
Not long lost, but the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo, now at North Lake Mall. You brought it back in 2025 when we had a blast. You had so many vendors and guests. I was there, Dana was there, Joey was there, Angie was there. Let's talk about it. How was that for you? Because you're doing it again next year. So obviously it had to be a success.
Well, I don't know about it being a success, but we're bringing it back. But no, and my thing is like, we've had as many as 60 vendors. This past year we only had 40, So I'm just like, wait a minute. I know I took some time off, but y'all just abandoning me. Where my people at? So, we're going to try to get it pumped back up to the way it is. I'm actually going to have more space this year
Nice.
for the show. And so, actually, if you go to the new website and stuff that was done by Drew Pearson, you guys can check it out and stuff and go ahead and put in your email addresses so you can get information. And we've also got it up where everybody can start applying to be a vendor. Because like I said, with every single show, I have yet to have many vendors that didn't say they didn't make money. And, we're hardly charging anything. So making back your table is not hard at all.
Okay.
But no, like I said, I've been doing, like I said, I was just pointing out, everybody, for a lot of you guys, Dragon Con is like the old G Con to you guys. But I was doing cons in Atlanta as just like a staff photographer before there was even a thought of anybody like, oh, I got to go to Dragon Con and spend all this money to go. I remember when Dragon Con first started, and it was literally a literary and gaming convention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm going to say I'm a little bit jealous that I didn't throw in $300 and get on part of that startup.
Right, but
So I definitely
right there though, back in the 80s, that $300 was a reach. I remember being like, oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Okay, well, right here is actually
look at those names.
Program book from '87 from the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo, and I always like to point this out to everybody is that the names aren't in alphabetical order, but when you see where it says staff members, the first name on there is me.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, in this program book was actually the first printed comic book story that I ever produced.
That's awesome.
It is.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, I was doing the whole, con photography. And, of course, I didn't have any podcasts back then because it didn't exist. Yeah. I used to actually do community access TV, which I actually got into because of Miss Woods right here. We actually saw an ad where they were talking about community access TV, and I'd always been interested in video production, but I also didn't want to move back to California. And so I actually started working with her over here at the cable access channels, and we started producing shows. And so my show was Sci-Fi Atlanta, and I actually went around to all the different conventions interviewing guests way back in the day. We had to do editing with 3/4 beta tapes.
Yeah.
What is a beta tape?
What is it?
I feel like you're trolling right now. I really feel like you're trolling.
Well,
I know what VHS is.
I don't know what
it
it is.
is. So 3/4 inch tape is literally 3/4 inch tape. The tape was about twice the size of a VHS tape, the 3/4 tape, and then beta tape was the one that came after, and it was like an 8mm format.
And it was actually a little bit better quality. Yeah. But the reason that VHS took over the market is because that's what they use for porn.
Same reason that Blu-ray beat out DVD, Laserdisc or whatever.
HD DVD.
HD DVD. Yep. Whichever way porn goes, that ends up being the most mass produced, and so it ends up taking over the market.
Yeah, community access was a good time. I met a lot of people there.
In a roundabout way, you can say that the porn industry has helped PlayStation become what it was today, because PlayStation always happened to pick the same format that the porn industry did, and so. Yeah.
Wow.
Smart. It was smarter than
But no, I was actually doing the show, and unfortunately or fortunately, I actually stopped doing the show to open up my comic book shop. And Tanya went on to do a whole bunch of production stuff. She got to do music videos and be on different shows and travel around.
Movies. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, you're coming on the show soon, okay? You'll be up soon. Save it, Sherman.
Oh my God.
Off air, you all will have to ask us to tell you the story about
that's what I want to know too.
Somebody that we know that had an unfortunate incident.
By all means.
Oh yeah. Well, their name is listed on the staff.
It is, so we're not going to talk about it. That's what made me remember that whole event. It was funny, not funny. But yeah, and he would have had to speak to the Supreme Attorney there.
I don't know.
I don't want to know what y'all talking about now.
No, right? The statute of limitations has passed.
Probably. We'll say that we had a mutual who thought that he was. I believe the story was he believed that he was booking a video calendar job, and he showed up and it was something else, and about 5 minutes after he got there and realized that he was in the wrong place, the cops showed up.
Ooh.
And, yeah,
bad boys.
Actually worked for a local station and was moonlighting with their equipment. So during his perp walk, they've got the station's equipment.
Oh, and the thing about it is his name.
Yeah, his name did not help the situation at all.
It fitted so perfectly when it popped up on the screen.
Okay, put up the program again. I'm seeing if I can get
we don't want to mess up his life now.
Okay, we'll leave his life alone.
Oh, is he still alive? Okay.
His name would happen to be Richard Johnson, and he just went by a nickname for short, did he?
Close.
No.
Close.
I bet I know which name it was.
Because you were reading, yeah.
That's hilarious. I can't wait to watch this back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause it right here and look for that name.
It was an event. And then,
I
some of
cannot
the things that
wait.
you don't get to actually, it doesn't really happen at cons anymore because now there's social media and there's so much coverage that you don't really hear about these events and you're shocked, right? Because everything happens in near real time. So,
As Tanya and I were doing cons back when there were like 10 black folks at the con.
Yes.
And we all knew each other.
Yes.
So you couldn't help but spot us across the room.
Which I must say that I took like a brief break from cons when I went to graduate school. And so there was like maybe 2 or 3 years where I was too broke to do anything except bemoan my student loans. And when I came back to Atlanta, and this is like the early aughts, I was like, where did all these children come from? There were so many of them, and I was so happy to see them, but I was just like, oh. There were people I didn't know their names. They were much younger because, most of the early elderly, experiential, extra high XP types, we were still on the scene, but I was like, whose kids are those? Because they weren't our children. They were just strange children from out and anywhere. Which, by the way, if I had to say the one thing that I have been most profoundly grateful for this year, has definitely been the representation that this show and your platforms have given the culture, right? Because back in the day, it was just us. And a lot of times we feel like we can't enter spaces if there aren't other Black people there, which I always tell people, show up and there will be Black people there, and whatever it is. But yeah, just having the coverage and letting people see that, yes, this is a place where you have a space. You can come to this. You will enjoy yourself at this. There will be other people there. There can be a safe space there for you. It is fine to come and experience these things. I have a person in my life who is a bit older. He's not a youngster. He had never been to a con before. And I tried to ease him into it by taking him to ASFE. And he bought himself a little one-piece hat from a vendor. And when Dragon Con came around, I was like, hey, do you want to come to Dragon Con? And he was like, oh, I've seen it, but I don't really, but I was like, I have a badge because somebody had bailed on me and I was holding a badge. I was like, dude, come on and come. He came and I was trying to prep him. I was like, go through the app, pick a bunch of stuff, try to get to whatever is closest to you when you look down and realize that it's time, but don't be pressed if you miss something. And I was like, just come and have a good time. I saw him for a few minutes the first day. Then he told me he had gone home to buy a tablet because his phone wasn't holding enough photos. And now my guy is like, I'm getting a hotel room. You're going to help me with my cosplay. He was like, I don't really have a cosplay. He got there and he was like, everybody has on a costume. And I was like, well, not everybody. There's plenty of jeans and t-shirt people. And he was like, yeah, but I want a costume. I was like, did you not buy that one-piece hat? Do you not own a red t-shirt?
Right.
Buddy, he had a blast. And I love seeing that. And, things like this platform that allows people to look inside, to take a small peek and be like, wait a minute, there are people like me that are there. There are people like me that have similar interests. And so that's what I have been most grateful for all of you. And I thank you so much for all that you do. Because I got to tell you, I had cut back on my con going. I ramped it up this year, always accidentally. I'd be like, I'm not going. Anime Week in Atlanta, I'm not going. Friday rolls around, a friend of mine is like, you're coming, right? And I was like, well,
I guess.
But everywhere I showed up, you guys were always there. You had your cameras, you were interviewing people. You were making sure that those stories were being told. Because sometimes even when we are in the room, even when we have a great product, like I saw you guys at the Indie Showcase at DreamHack, and I saw who you were talking to, and that's important. That's important because that's another one of those spaces where we are there, but people don't know that. So I very much commend you for all of your hard work in showing up, because that's what it's really about. People talk a lot. And I know that Marc has heard me say this. I don't like people that talk a lot. I like doers. I'd much rather you do and don't say a word to me than you just endlessly yap and nothing is happening.
100% on that. You know, we have James and I have another friend that I guess stumbled into cosplay. He was dead set when we first met him. He's a friend of ours named Fred. That is his name. His name is Fred, but I call him Fred. You have to say it like that, Fred. And I will say, Fred, this is after dark, right? Fred is a pretty motherfucker. Like, it's annoying. He's annoyingly pretty. And he thought he was above cosplaying, but he wanted to come to support, you know, hang out for a bit. He's like, I'm not a nerd, I'm just nerd adjacent. But as we were going through, he saw a Mandalorian helmet that he wanted. Oh, there's your first purchase. The slippery slope begins. And so he was like, well, you know, I'm not gonna get all that gear and everything, but we're like, there's a Mandalorian photo shoot. He's like, oh, well, I can't just wear the helmet. I was like, and so then he likes to wear suits. So he became the business Mandalorian.
I love it.
People loved it. They love the name and everything. And so now he's rocking the Mandalorian outfit, right? I had tried to get him to cosplay as the Duke from Bridgerton because, again, pretty motherfucker. He didn't want to do it, blah, 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 blah. But when he saw how much love I was getting as Queen Charlotte, next year, guess who was the Duke? Right? So this past year, not only did he play the Duke, he also still was a business Mandalorian, and he came through as the commander when we played The Handmaid's Tale. Notice all of them, he had on a suit for all of the outfits because he likes that. And he even cosplayed a group cosplay with me and James, Tia, and who was the fourth one? That's the four of us. We were Smoke, Stack, Annie, and Mary. And so we did that this past year too. And again, he played Stack, so he got to wear a suit. But he is deep in the car. But that's what the point of the whole story, because I rambled way too long with that. But the point of the whole story is this is someone who he is like pushing 60, right? And he is just getting into cosplay. And there's all these factions of Black folks that think that you have to be Black a certain way or that that's not cool. But he got so overloaded with love at his first Dragon Con that now he's all in and he doesn't feel like it's weird or that he can't do it because he's too old or blah, blah, blah. And he's already planning his outfits for next year. So we're exponentially growing this by continuing to be true to who we are and letting some of our other friends get in on how cool it is over here in Blerdography space.
I have to like to all of you guys that cosplay. Like I said, I cosplayed once at Dragon Con.
I was there and you had a good time.
No.
Yeah, you cosplayed late. I remember that.
Enjoying yourself a lot.
Well, I cosplayed once. And the thing of being stopped every 5 steps for somebody to take a photo of me, I could not deal with that attention.
Oh, okay.
That's the fun of it, though.
Because you're a photographer.
No,
I saw your face. I was there.
So Tony, you got to embrace that. Like, find a reason to do it again. Any reason. Because the sun came up. Because it's a day that ends in Y. Like, just cosplay. Right. Just do it. Like, the joy of cosplay is like whether someone recognizes you or not, but I mean it says something about the other attendees' admiration for what you did when they want to take a photo of you.
Yeah.
And that stop, and I get it, that stopping every 5 minutes may be annoying, but these are people showing you love. Embrace that.
Don't be afraid of the compliments.
Right. If they want to take your picture, that means you did good.
Right.
He was Blade. It was awesome.
I remember the Blade cosplay.
He did the head tattoos and everything.
Wait, when?
When Blade came out a long time ago. You know, back when I was skinny and had a 6-pack, you know, long time ago.
I remember the photos. Yeah.
I would love to see those photos.
Yeah.
I love Blade. Blade and Spawn.
The live action Spawn?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
live action's okay.
Michael J. White, there will be no slander.
I said it's okay.
I kind of figured that's why she loved it, but
exactly.
It's a good storyline.
It is.
What was the little clown dude in there?
Violator or clown? Yeah.
I like
the actor John Leguizamo played
John
the
Leguizamo. John Leguizamo is an underrated actor. I've loved him in everything he's ever done.
Even The Pest. I love The Pest because of him.
And he's just super cool. Like, I don't know if any of you watched his culinary series.
I didn't know he had a culinary series.
Yes, he has a culinary series
something
on
to add to the
Network.
watch list.
And yes, it's actually quite good.
What is it?
I
on?
loved him as Tybalt in that one version of Romeo and Juliet.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, the best version with Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because Baz Luhrmann makes movies that no one watched except the people that watched it that really loved it.
Right. Right.
It was so good.
You're either on board or you're not with him.
What is it? What was it? Something
Everything. Thanks, Julie Newmar.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yo, he looked like a straight up. I mean, he was fish. He was fish in that movie.
He was pretty.
He was definitely a lady boy.
That's
What?
a bad term. Don't say that.
Phrasing.
That's a bad term. Oh, well,
See,
hell,
that's
I
the other
didn't
thing
know.
about having this XP. Like, who would have ever thought that I would like understand Paula Deen? Because every day I'm like, wait a minute, I can't say that anymore. I can't do that anymore.
You know,
that word.
It comes from everybody trying to decolonize their minds. So the phrase "ladyboy" was created by the Western world military expeditions or whatever into the into the Southeast Asian peninsula, and they coined that phrase as a derogatory towards people that were forced into prostitution. So anything but not now. Don't say ladyboy. I'm gonna give you a reason if I'm gonna tell you not to say it, so you understand why not to.
But that's one of the things that I love about you, because you always have an educational follow-up.
Oh, thank you.
You should have been a professor.
I wanted to be a teacher, but my mother was a teacher, and she's like, absolutely not. Like, she did not want that life for me. But I found a way to do it anyway. So
there you go.
Yeah, I was about to say, and you ended up kind of being one anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Here you are. Look at God.
Adult education.
Yes. Trying to teach grown people how to be humans. It's a struggle. But I know that y'all have, where is Sherman? We got to get Sherman in here so he can quit.
We are. We're bringing him up
Bring
next.
on Sherm.
But before we do, Tanya and Mr. Tony Cade, if you can, share with us your favorite memory of blerdography and Moana Nui over the year of 2025.
I have. Well, I guess it was when you did the OGs episode, and I got to introduce you, to Miss Marilyn Teague.
That was an awesome episode.
That's actually probably my favorite episode that I've done of this.
So, like I said, if I'm the elder, I don't even know what to call her because I was basically.
Well, She's the mother of Dragon Con. That's the only title she needs to be known by, is the mother of Dragon Con.
She's the architect. She's the architect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would
She
have been
rightly deserves her flowers. And I was glad to see that. And we really do have to press Dragon Con to make sure that she's the marshal in the parade next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
She does need to be recognized.
That definitely needs to happen. I would say that in addition to just loving everything, earlier in the year when we were working on ASFE, Marc showed up and Dana was there, and y'all were just adamant that we were not going to slack on the photography and media side, and that was great. Because it wasn't something that we had focused on as much. And so I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate
I guess I appreciate that too, that you guys wouldn't let me run around with a camera. But it's okay.
Well, that's because you try to hide. You were trying to shirk your responsibility.
Oh gosh.
No, like Tony, to be fair, you just needed to walk around and just like take it all in. Like we got you. Just
it's okay to enjoy the show.
Right.
Every time I saw him, he was running around with tables and chairs.
We got people for that.
Like I said, I'm not going to ask anybody to do anything that I'm not willing to do. Speaking of which, we need volunteers for the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo coming up March 14th and 15th, 2026.
Thank
You know, and anybody who helps, I can guarantee you will get free entry into the con.
Sir.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Yes.
Isn't there food with it too?
Yeah, we arrange food.
There we go.
That's how you get people to volunteer with
food.
And don't forget the party on Saturday night.
See what? Party and
also
food?
had good food.
Oh god!
I think
and the hotel was nice too.
Yeah, it was.
And the hotel was nice too.
The hotel was like
Hotel
you put people in a hotel if they volunteer.
No.
Oh, that sounds like wait a minute.
There was another con in town that tried doing such things as a startup, and it failed miserably. So we are not there yet. We are a free to the public con or expo or convention. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up with it. As far as we don't have any corporate sponsors. That's a lie. Challenges Games and Comics Inc. is the corporate sponsor. Okay,
that was a nice catch.
No other sponsors have popped up. So it's like I do what I can, for the show. That's why I appreciate everybody who comes and helps out with it. And like I said, it's always been something we do for the community.
But to be fair, in past years there have been great community partners.
But like I said,
not corporate sponsors, community partners like the county.
I'm going to need as much help as possible this year because I'm without Renee and Tanya, which is something completely new to me.
Well, you know me. You can always count on me to at the last minute not let you do it alone. So.
Yeah, so like I said, she's great at making sure I don't fail.
Nice. You got all
Help
these
is not an option.
Help.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in failure, and I don't believe in good enough if it can be avoided.
You should put that on the shirt.
So just as a timekeeping thing, we are at the hour and 36-minute mark, and it's probably about time to. I don't mind if you want me to jump out to make space for somebody. 'Cause I know we still got people on deck.
Yes, so let's go ahead and bring up our next couple of guests. Tanya, Tony, thank y'all for coming on.
Thank you for the invite and for having us.
Yes,
or having me. Let me not speak for you, Tony.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna kind of hate to go and stuff, like I said, because last time I looked, both the Falcons and the Hawks were doing pretty good. So
yeah, it's 21-0. What? But yeah, let's go ahead and bring up Mr. Sherman. Joe, you can hang on for a second because I know that's going to be a fun interaction, and then I'll bring up the rest. We'll drop the members. I'll bring up the rest.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for waiting, buddy.
Hey, man, I had to wait because my good name is being besmirched.
Whoa.
I'm very hurt. Why am I the bad guy? Why
You
am
were
I
never
the one who's cutting up?
You was cutting up.
I was
That
not.
made you a bad guy. Made you,
entertaining.
Sir, all you needed was a top hat and a microphone. You was the ringleader.
He was making it a party.
The life of the party.
Exactly. Who doesn't like the life of the party?
Look, I was just entertaining people in the green room. That's what I was doing.
And I was entertained, and I appreciate you.
Yes, and thank you for offering your legal services because I may need to sue a few people for again besmirching my good name.
I got you. It is on. I can't wait to watch this back and be like, and Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, Exhibit 3.
Exactly.
Get
But
those
yes,
wallets ready.
Yes, thank you all for having me. I appreciate it. It's good to see some folks because, I love Tanya, I love Renee, Tony. Yes, Tony was actually on the first After Dark panel that I actually pitched and got picked up for DragonCon, and it was about let's just say inappropriate comic book characters and panels. So there's panels where it's like, how did this get through standards and practices? And he was on the first one that we did that year, and it was a lot of fun because, yeah, man, some of these comic book artists and writers, they're working through some stuff when they're doing their issues, man. So it's that was a fun one to do, and it's one we've done for about 5 years now, maybe 6 years.
Ooh, I want to go to the next one. That sounds interesting.
It does.
Hopefully we'll get picked up again next year. Usually it's just called WTF Moments in Comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason Power Girl is known right now.
Yeah. There's also a great panel where we see Ant-Man using his powers to
Watching the boys?
to service Wasp. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. It's like the opening of The Boys season 2.
Almost. Almost.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So Dragon Con's a lot of fun, not just for stuff like that, but especially for stuff like that.
Especially for stuff. I go for stuff like that. Absolutely.
And you and I can be friends. Yes.
Love it.
So on that note, let's introduce Mr. Channing Sherman. Welcome to the show. Oh my God, I almost messed up your name. Welcome to the show, founder of Black Geeks of Dragon Con. The whole reason why we all are here, being ourselves in our Black nerdiness unapologetically. You pretty much got the ball rolling with David Samoa and so many others with about 10 years ago with the first ever Black Geeks of Dragon Con photo shoot at Lee Ivy Park at Dragon Con 2015, I believe. You were on the show. We know how the Black Geeks of Dragon Con show, we know how the shoot was founded. We know where you have come and gone since then. What we don't know is what is next for Black Geeks of Dragon Con, celebrating its 11th annual year at the 40th anniversary of Dragon Con.
Yeah, we've got a few things in the pipe. I mean, one thing we've been doing, and I did a lot of it this year. I don't like to take all the spotlight. So I know last year I was really big about growth and putting other people out there. Anytime I was submitting these panels to Dragon Con, automatically in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, what people of color can I get up there? What people in our group can we get up there? And I've always kind of done that in the past. Dana popped up on a voice acting panel that we did a while back. That was just a whole bunch of fun. Keenan Aquarius taught me cosplay. He popped up on we did Name That Cartoon, and we're just playing the first few seconds of different cartoon intro themes where they could pick it up. Also just trying to get more people moderating. So I think it's just kind of going from the photo shoot. And for those of you who know photo shoots, photo shoots are one of the most unofficial but still official parts of Dragon Con. So going from that to trying to get some more of us on the programming on different tracks has really been big. Obviously, we're doing the shoot again next year. There's been a big push for us to host our own party, but we don't have that kind of juice. But with Jarvis on the diversity track and Jabbar with Cosplay Your Way, we can talk. But we definitely help them promote the big party that diversity track does. And if you were there last year, you may have seen me on the dance floor shaking a little bit, only a little bit, because I know my limits. I know my limits. So we are coming back. If you've been with us for a while, every year we tweak it. We listen to feedback and we try to come back a little bit better. But one thing I think is just seeing the growth and seeing everybody branch out. I don't know if I'm willing to accept I started this and got the ball rolling, but just seeing how other people have kind of grown and started doing their own thing. Like, just to give Marc his flowers, Marc messaged us a couple of weeks back and said, hey, would you mind if I do a Black Geeks of AWA photo shoot? And first thing David and I said was like, okay, we don't own the phrase Black Geeks. So, but go out there, man, do it. As much as I'd love to go to all of these conventions, I don't have the money, and my wife loves me, but she don't love me that much. For me to just have me be out here surrounded by these cosplay girls all the time. But
just do what
she knows I'm weak. She knows I'm weak. But no, but so no, I'm happy to see people kind of branching out, and I love seeing black geeks at AWA. Black geek, I want to see black geeks at oh geez, I can't think of the other. I want to see black geeks at San Diego Comic Con one year. That's the goal. Like I want to see that branching out. And I'm not a jealous person, so if I'm not the one that can do it, I'm damn sure gonna hype up whoever does make it out there and is able to do that. And it's kind of the same thing with this. Whenever I see people doing something that I want to do, but maybe I don't have the resources to do it myself, I'm gonna hype it up and promote it and push it and hype them up as much as I can. So yeah, I think that's, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm not going to Dragon Con anymore, but I am gonna start trying to, see how I can get some other people on and involved. I've already started sending people the guest application so that they can try to be attending performers because we have subject matter experts in so many fields that could be up there talking about stuff. I mean, we've got lawyers, we've got builders, we've got dance instructors, we've got people in STEM fields that can all be up there contributing more to Dragon Con. And yeah, so I'm definitely trying to help get those people on and keep doing my after dark stuff, because apparently I'm just a deviant according to some people on this in this chat.
No, absolutely. Keep doing the thing. And about the after dark stuff, hit me up.
But
always looking for people. Always looking for people.
Is that why you have that thing on your shoulder? Is that like a goat type of thing?
This was a gift for my for the 10 year. We did our 10 year, and I'm a wrestling fan. I was a lapsed wrestling fan, and I got back into it. And so in honor of the 10 year, I've got my Black Geeks Dragon Con now right side up title belt.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Love
So
it,
yeah.
love
So
it.
yeah. If you see me walking around with this, you will know why. You'll know why. But yeah, it has been a lot of fun, and honestly, just the people that I've gotten to meet throughout the years. Tanya, Renee, Mark, Lee, Myron, who I think y'all gonna have on here later. Joy, who I want to do something with on my podcast later.
Yo, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on Fairweather Friends. It involves DEI. You can probably put the two pieces together. What we're gonna be talking about.
I've written a couple of articles for publications about that. So yeah, just let me know. I've got you.
Oh yeah. But I'm loving it. I do want to get 2 more conventions this year. I've been married for about 3 years now, and I always told my wife when we were dating, I said, I want you to know, I think couples need time apart. I think you need to be able to miss them. You don't want to be all up on. And she used to travel a lot for work. So it was always kind of perfect because, she'd be gone forever. Well, now she's not traveling as much for work. So she's been here with me. And one day when we were driving somewhere, she said, I really want you to get some kind of hobby so you can go on some weekend trips, which I think was just a really nice way of her saying, hey, I'm starting to agree with you. Now I need you to get out the house. Yes, exactly. But I say all that to say I am hoping to hit up some more conventions. So I don't know if Tony is still listening, but he definitely might hear from me. BlerdCon is up there. It's still on my wish list. There's also Blerd Fest in New Orleans that I've attended a couple of times. I'll be
I
going
did
back
not
to
know they
that
have
one.
one in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a relatively new one, but it's a real good one. I'll send you some information after this, but it's just look up Blerd Fest New Orleans, but I'll be sure to send it to you afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
BlerdCon, Blerd Fest. I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan, so I want to do Joe Fest again. Um, there's a big one in Texas that I can't remember the name of right now that I want to try to hit up also. What was that?
DreamCon.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so you guys may see me at a few more. And if you see me at a few more and you see a drink in my hand, just mind your business.
No, I'm actually got it from so I can get one too.
Mind your business. I like
I'm
that.
gonna ask you what you're drinking.
That part. And where you got it from, because I want some.
Right.
Hey, I believe in sharing. I believe in sharing. So if I
9 out of 10, and maybe from me.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah. I've already given Dana her flowers, but yes, I can also count on Dana on Dragon Con night 1 because normally she's so busy I don't see her much. But I know on night 1, if I can catch up with her and one of our mutual friends, there's gonna be booze and boobs. You can guess which one Dana brings.
Oh my
Or
god.
two, maybe I should say.
Wow.
Now, I know you talked a lot about Black Geeks of Dragon Con, and I'm going to just go ahead and say this. I agree with Joy when she said at the beginning of the show that going into 2026, we will not be humble no more. Black Geeks of Dragon Con has been that event at Dragon Con. It is a marquee event. Black Geeks of Dragon Con is one of the big three shoots of that convention. It is the reason why people go to that convention, and the reason why that convention no longer has a diversity problem. You need to give yourself so much more credit. You have inspired not only all of the Black nerds you see on screen before you and that were on screen and will be on screen, but so many different generations of Black nerds owe you a debt of gratitude. We have BlerdCon because of Black Geeks of Dragon Con. We have of DreamCon because of Black Geeks of Dragon Con, ASFE, and like blurred is a word that exists in the human lexicon and means so much to not only me but everybody, and it represents so many millions of people. Even though you call yourself Black Geeks and not Black Nerds, but hey, semantics, geeks, nerds, whatever. I love it all the same. You are the Godfather.
It was strictly when we were trying to do SEO. That was pretty much where the name.
No, I get it. I get it. Because like bleak sounds kind of weird if you combine like Black and geeks. So like I get that.
Yes.
So Black Geeks of Dragon Con, it won out. And as far as the whole Black Geeks of Anime Week in Atlanta, my goal is to have Black Geeks of insert this con here. So there's gonna be a Black Geeks of Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo. There's going to be a Black Geeks of MomoCon. We just did Black Geeks of Anime Week in Atlanta. I'm even going to retrofit last year's Black photo shoot at AWA to be Black Geeks of Anime Week in Atlanta. Same with MomoCon from this past year. Here's a question I have for everyone here. And I meant to ask this at the beginning of the show, but this is the dilemma I'm at with this Black Geeks of Insert Con here thing. So BlerdCon is the next con I'm going to. And I have been encouraged to do a Black Geeks of BlerdCon shoot. And a lot of people want to do it. The problem is, I feel like it's a little redundant because BlerdCon itself is already the Black Geek shoot of BlerdCon. It's like if when these people tell me, like, what if we did a White Geeks of Dragon Con? I was like, do it, but it's just called Dragon Con. You don't have to put a color in front of it. So should I do it? Should I do Black Geeks of Dragon Con? I mean, BlerdCon, Black Geeks of DreamCon, and every con?
I say yes, because someone who's attended BlerdCon every year except for this year because of the change of dates, I couldn't do it. But a lot of photo shoots are people arrange for their groups, but there's not an actual organized photo shoots throughout the convention. So if we have a Black Geeks of BlerdCon shoot, and it's like it's gonna be at this time, cosplayers, because just like Sherman said, not everybody, and Tanya said it earlier, not everybody's gonna be in cosplay. They're gonna be jeans, t-shirts, whatever. And you can announce that saying it's gonna be Saturday at 2. Here's the place, and then you can announce, all right, here's the big group photo, but then here's the photo, okay, all Marvel characters, all DC characters. And then you're getting that big group shot that is, for everybody. Because we also know BlerdCon, it is not 100% Black folks. It is 90% Black folks, 10% others.
Say about 95% Black people, 5% others. Okay, so I feel
it's a 10%. It's
okay.
It's around the 10% range, close to 15%.
Okay, so my next question for you would be is what location at BlerdCon would be suitable enough? Because if you're familiar with how BlerdCon do their cosplay shoots, some of them, if not most of them, are just in the lobbies of whatever hotel between the two major host hotels, and some of them could be outside. Last year, they had a Dragon Ball Z photo shoot that was underneath a bridge, and it was really nice. It was just cold. But all the other photo shoots were literally in these cramped hotel lobbies on the second, third floor in their atrium levels. So
talk to Hilton and the people of BlerdCon. Just like with Dragon Con, They have it coordinated similar to AWA. They have certain places for photo shoots that are strictly for photo shoots. Talk to them, because the issue with BlerdCon is they're just finding places to shoot, and it's not anything officially designated by the con for the photo shoots.
Gotcha.
And Mark, one thing I would suggest, and not that you have to do this, but just something to think about, is find a way to get Blerdography in the official photo shoot name so that you can distinguish your photo shoot from everybody else's.
True.
Yeah, you're putting it on.
Yeah,
And look, man, you put in a lot of legwork in that brand. Get the most out of it.
But I'm just saying, for anybody who says, what's so special about yours? Well, here's the lineage of everything else that Blerdography has done. Here's another piece.
The problem, so my idea is once I get the Black Geeks of Insert Con Here thing going, it's going to be Blerdography presents Black Geeks of Insert Con Here, with the exception of Dragon Con, since that was established before, but still associated, if that makes sense. So that's my idea. It's just, it gets wordy, a lot of words, but obviously the brand is there. I do the vlogs. Everybody know what I do when I show up. Like, I go to a con and people know who I am. I gotta beat people off with a 10-foot stick. Like, leave me alone. So I see the work. The seeds have been growing. My garden is blooming. Right now, I'm just cultivating the garden and just, making space for new stuff and new people. Yep. New stuff and new people. But I do want to ask Mr. Founder of DragonCon, what has been your favorite moment in memory of Blerdography and Moana Nui in the year of 2025? And I know you already mentioned some things, but what has been your absolute favorite moment?
Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, just watching the growth has been one thing, but as I'm sure you all can probably tell about me, I like it when shows kind of go off the rails a little bit. And I gotta say, your DragonCon post show was just the right amount of chaotic. That was one of my favorite ones. Like, I think some people were still in DragonCon mind when they were on there. Yeah.
Those two.
So that one stays out.
Second row, both sides.
Yeah,
both sides.
Yes, Adult Money and Blurry Spaces also. But yeah, the DragonCon wrap up. I mean, obviously that you knew I was gonna be there to watch that one. I try to catch all that I can, but that one was just the right amount of chaotic, and I just could not stop laughing. Like, I felt like I didn't even need to be in the comments causing chaos. You guys had plenty without me.
Twinning, it's okay.
Twins moniker.
And that's why I love being part of the Twins. It's fun. It's lit over here. Me and Joy have a great time.
Yes. Oh, I love y'all's parade. Yeah, the parade commentary.
And completely unscripted. That's just me and her vibing off each other and having some decent. Matter of fact, when we did the wrap up for AWA recently, we did kind of a recap. And it's the same kind of chaos. Like, Mark was like, okay, and before he could say roll, we were like just going at it, having a great time. And I want to bring more of that chaos into as many cons as we can get into next year,
Because do you even know what a carb is?
A carb?
Yeah, that was hilarious. The fact that you got him to react like that was really hilarious.
I do what I can.
You do.
It was fun times all around. Again, a little chaos goes a long way.
Yes. We try not to overdo it, but we go right to the limit.
Yes. Find that line, stick a toe on it, and pull it right back. I'm mad that I said something about a toe and Mark got excited. I'm a wee bit concerned.
Oh, wow.
You should be concerned because I mean, everything you said, the toe got
That's
it.
what I mean by cutting up. Right here. That's the cutting up right there.
The toe got it.
It's not even the Twins. It's this one. Go ahead, toe guy. What's going on?
No. I was gonna say one of my favorite moments from the Supreme Attorney was during the parade video, but while I was editing it and I happened to notice the nuance of what was happening, when you screamed out at the top of your lungs, "Oh my God, Rainbow Bright," and Joy, her face and reaction and shock was like, this girl did not just scream in my ear. And that was so hilarious. I had to just poke fun at it and zoom in on Joy's response to that live reaction to you being a grown adult reacting to a cosplayer as dressed up as Rainbow Bright. It's precious.
Rainbow Bright. She's a legend. How am I supposed to react? You'd be like, "Oh, it's Rainbow Bright. Good job. Yeah, let's cosplay." Absolutely not. All the enthusiasm needed.
Someone is all I'm saying, because I'm
not gonna judge you because I react the same way when I see any G.I. Joe cosplayer.
Thank you.
Anyone. I revert back to a 6 or 7 year old, and I acknowledge it. I'm okay with it.
Thank you, because that's exactly what happened. And he keeps saying, "You should have seen Joy's face. She was so annoyed." No, she wasn't. She was excited for me. So that's all that was.
She was afraid for her life.
She was not afraid for her life.
Even if I was annoyed, the level of insulation in Angela's bubble when she wants to be in there is impenetrable. So I could have literally been like, "Be quiet," and she'd be like, "You love me." So that's
exactly what just happened. I'm happy we understand this. Because I was super excited when I saw strawberry shortcake. Yeah, it's a mess. It is what it is.
Oh my God.
And I am not apologizing. Like Joy said, power to the people.
As you should. But Channing, thank you for coming on. I appreciate and support everything you've ever done with Black Geeks of Dragon Con, to your support of Blerdkast and Moana Nui, and all the other Black nerds and blurs and geeks and bleaks and whatever you call yourself and identify as. You have been in everyone's corner. Like Dana, you have been one of the pillars to this whole community, and without y'all, we would not be here. We would not be successful and shining in the way that we are. So just thank you so much for coming on. Of course, I'm gonna have you on again.
Say when, man. Say when.
You know I got you, but we got like 15 more people to bring on.
Get them on. Yeah.
So we're gonna do a mass batch. I'm gonna go ahead and ask if the members, if Dana, you could just leave me and Joy, drop all the other members, and bring up all the other guests that haven't been on yet.
All right. Bye. Take care, folks.
See y'all later. Thank y'all for joining.
Love y'all.
Later.
But yes, coming up next, we have some other guests that have been some of my favorites throughout the whole year, and just kind of throughout the existence of me as a photographer and cosplay photographer, content creator, and just a nerd in general. I would like to welcome to the show, if they're still here waiting in the green room, Mr. Smooth Cosplayer, Miss RJ Atkinson, 2 parts of Blurred Over with Ebony and Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah. And Mr. Husky Hokage, because I know he's been waiting. So let's just bring everybody else on.
Yo, thank y'all for your patience. This has been a marathon of the show. So we just trying to make sure we had a chance to get to everybody. But y'all,
and Phil, the word for it.
You know, the ankle leg of the relay is the best leg.
Okay, now we're here. There we go. We in the room. We in the
anybody else waiting in the green room that hasn't come up on the show yet? Yes, RJ is here. Hi, RJ.
RJ.
Amazing Anime Week in Atlanta. Can't wait to get into that.
Yes.
By the way, RJ, I finally sat down and read Volume 1. When's Volume 2 coming out?
It's already out, dude. It's already out. I got
let's see. I just got paid in a few days. I'm getting paid in a few days. I can work something now.
Take his money now.
Exactly.
Take his money now.
we will pause the show for cash transactions.
Yes, I will not stop a Black person from making their money. Do what you got to do. We will wait.
Yeah.
Wait in silence and just be patient.
Somebody has another TV playing in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's probably me that you hear, and I'm so sorry. I'm so rude.
Before we begin, because I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the show, if you haven't, you can support Blerdography by becoming a channel member for as low as $2 a month. Yes, I'm still doing the $2 a month. You can become a member of the Blerd Nation. You can also, if you don't want that type of monthly commitment, do a donation of any amount that you want live in the chat by donating a super or a gift or super things. I don't know how that stuff works. I haven't gotten any of that stuff, but maybe tonight's the night. So if you're feeling like you got a little adult money left over after Christmas, and you're going to pay the minimum payment in January, this is a good place to spend that adult money. So go ahead, because BlerdCon coming up, and that is not going to be a let me just drive up there and back.
Not at all. Not at all. Nah.
So yes, but thank you all for coming on the show. Y'all have been on the show so many times before. RJ, you have been the guest, the supreme, because you have been on so many episodes of Smooth Cosplay, buddy. I can't do Dragon Con without you.
Same.
Never-ending cosplay photo video. Like when I watch it, it concludes my Dragon Con experience. So
wow.
No, I'm serious.
That is an honor to hear.
And the fact that I was in it, like not
in
like
it.
In the background taking pictures, but like I'm actually in it cosplaying. Like this year was big for me. Hussey Hokage, you and your content. I know you're gonna be in the show in a couple of weeks, but like, dude, you keep it rolling with your content, and I love it. I love it so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Shout out to Phil the Blerd for not only showing up to the Black Geeks of Anime Week in Atlanta photo shoot, but he was in cosplay. He was definitely in cosplay. And that was like huge because that was your first time cosplaying, right?
Technically, no. My first cosplay debut was Halloween this year because my school did a little Halloween activity. So that's why I said, let's do my cosplay debut. I guess you can say my official debut was at DreamHack Atlanta 2025. Okay. I did one as Hufflepuff, best house in Hogwarts.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Debatable.
Debatable.
I love how we ride for our gangs when it comes to we straight up click up like what you know about them claws, slithering in the house. Like it's straight up HBCU classic faction game level with
exactly. We're gonna stand on business for Hufflepuff House.
Ravenclaw. Thank you. Oh,
Ravenclaw. Nobody knows about Ravenclaw anyway. Y'all did my homework
because everybody ain't able. Many were sorted, but only few were sorted into the right house.
Listen, next time we have a study party, don't ask Hufflepuff for the food or the drinks or the brownies. We ain't gonna hook you up, man. You're cut off.
Yo, I stay on Hufflepuff good side for the brownies.
I'll be in my room studying. That's fine.
Mr. Perry, let me start with you before we go into everybody else. But you are with Blerd Over, and you help Micah and Ebony run the Black Geeks of Anime Week in Atlanta photo shoot. So without you, that shoot wouldn't have been as much of a success as it was. By the way, for our newcomers, have y'all seen the vlog that I posted earlier today? I know it was a couple hours ago, but have y'all had the chance to see it yet?
Not yet,
okay.
But we're gonna watch it.
Okay, shameless plug. I gotta keep the brand growing. But yes, it was an amazing photo shoot. Unfortunately, because of circumstances and scheduling, I had no control of the scheduling. I had to kind of cut the shoot a little short because I had to run to go be late for a panel that I also had to shoot. So that was fun. I need to talk to the scheduler about that next year. Oh my God, what is that? That looks like money.
Yay!
Looks like money.
Oh my God, Tanya became a member. Thank you, Tanya. She became a member. It was green. It was beautiful. Look at that. I got 9 members. Now if I get one more, I get a treat from YouTube. So if I can get one more channel member tonight, that would be amazing. But again, the Black Geeks Anime Week in Atlanta photo shoot was amazing. Thank you for just helping out, and then everything that you do for Blerd Over, because you're there just about every single convention, helping out Micah. You're there in Birmingham helping out with all his conventions. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Blerd Over and yourself?
Sure, no problem. So fun fact to it, I actually do not live in Birmingham, Alabama. I actually commute all the way from Selma, Alabama to do a lot of stuff. So, yeah, so that's dedication. Thank God for
Yes.
tires and my car doing what it needs to do to praise God for it. But a little bit about me. For those that don't know, my name is Isaiah Perry Jr. Like I said, I'm from Selma, Alabama, born and raised. Two-time graduate of the Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama. Also, I'm the vice president of Blerd Incorporated, based out of Birmingham, Alabama, which is basically a 501c nonprofit organization that pretty much gives back to the Black community and all communities, and doing it in a nerdy way. So, and we do events such as back to school drives, clothing drives. We just recently did a canned food drive when the incident came out about the government cutting food stamps and whatnot. We did something for that. We do photos, like you said, photo shoots. We create content. We stream video games. You name it, we have done it. We also are cosplayers as well. So, and then on top of that, when we're your favorite turn up table at every con that we come up to, we're gonna have a good time. Like, and then some of the stuff that we know to do at cons for as panels or we do line dancing, and also blurting out, which is like a nerdy version of Wild and Out. But all in all, we still that group that you want to come to. We the cookout table for real. Not gonna lie to you. So all it takes is just us to get in our speaker, our turntable, and a lamp. Yes, the turn up table, exactly. And you're at the right spot because you're gonna see me with my fan. Oh, it's gonna be, I don't know what color gonna be exactly. We the fan table. So yeah, we're gonna have some fans with us. But nevertheless, we a turn up crew. We love what we do. We don't mind giving back to the community and lending a helping hand. So that's what we do.
That's what's up. Speaking of some of the things that you do, again, you did a lot of, or your organization did a lot of things at Anime Week in Atlanta this year. You had your jukebox party that turned into a blackout party that I will forever make sure Micah knows that's need to be the plan going forward. Is y'all need to have a blackout party, because that you turn like a technical issue into one of the latest things that happened that whole weekend.
Wow. So that was funny.
For that, like, because I walked in there, I was like, why is it black? Don't care, everybody dancing and having fun. So I started dancing and having fun, and then y'all
saved the party
and stuff. I was like, yo, this need to be the thing every year. The jukebox thing was nice, but blackout party is nicer. Just being honest.
But so let me tell you so funny story about that. So the party started off where it's supposed to be a centers party. So we started off with the centers thing. We was going good at 10, up to about 10:45. The power goes out. So in the midst of the party, he's like, not today.
Not
tonight. So we end up having to rig it some kind of way. Use your colorful metaphors.
We amongst family. We know what you meant.
So we end up hooking up to the another power source and kept the party going. And it was a time. We had a time. And with the centers thing or whatnot, we was real good. Our theme for the night was Tonight We Sin, and that's exactly what we did. It was some sinning going on. But either way it go, it was still fun. And it was still a time. We looking forward to doing it again next year. We still going back to the drawing board about what theme we're going with and trying to, go with the trend.
Blackout.
You want to go blackout, that's true. But
blackout on purpose.
You do blackout, that is true. But we kind of like the theme and idea that we've been going for. We've been tossing around Minions. We've been tossing around doing MTV Rewind, some kind of things like that, and just making it real black. We thinking about a lot of stuff, but all in all, we definitely thinking about trying to do more than just that Friday night party. So, and trying to get on to some other days as well. Please bring your fan, and if you don't know how to use it, I will teach you how to use it. Please come find me. I'm so friendly. Please.
I was going to get at you. Whatever next con you're going to, I want to have a tutorial video on how to do that on my channel, because some people need to learn how to do that correctly.
So if the cards align and if it's God's will, I will be at BlerdCon. I'm trying my best. I got the days. Okay. I got the PTO to use, so I might as well go and use it. Well, no, technically it's not PTO. I got sick days for educators that don't understand. So I got sick days. I got if I'm not mistaken, I got about like 20 some of them to use. So might as well use them.
Use it.
But yes, so don't Oh Lord,
it's looking like BlerdCon's going to be
prepare the
kind of lit.
others.
If you ain't going to BlerdCon, you is missing out.
I'm trying. And see, the thing is, even with BlerdCon, I'm trying to figure out, like, outside of just getting there, just figure out what I'm going to do. I've already got some stuff in the reserve. Like, I want to do Khalil from Bebe's Kids.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I think me and Mike are gonna do a joint cosplay. I think he's gonna bring his Major Pain back out, and I'm gonna do Tiger.
Nice.
So shout out to Orlando Bloom and his sobriety. Yes. So we're so happy. We praise God for it. But yeah. But all in all, like I said, Blerd A1 was definitely a time, especially the photo shoot. The photo shoot was amazing. I look forward to that every single year. Like, it's just being able to see people that look like me in cosplays and just be able to be authentically themselves. Like, it was really, really, really cool. I mean, I hate that it got cut short, and then I just hope one day we're able to find a power source so we can bring some music outside, even though they might run us off. But still, it's still gonna be a time.
Perfect. Speaking of BlerdCon and things that's happening in the future, Mr. Hussey Hakage, will we be seeing you at a convention soon?
More than likely. Not gonna be BlerdCon, I can tell you that right now. Not gonna be BlerdCon, but I am looking. I was at DreamHack. I got a chance to meet my boy Phil down here, the Blerd Explorer at DreamHack. This past October, November, whenever it is. So I was there.
November,
yeah, I got a chance to go to DreamHack as a creator. So and the thing is, DreamHack is moved to the summer. They're moving into May. So the thing is DreamHack and then MomoCon. They're like back-to-back weekends. So I'm trying to decide.
Just that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, those two are right. Like those two are right there. Those are the ones I'm looking at. But like I'll be with me being here in Birmingham. I'll definitely be going to Comic-Con, however you pronounce. I'll be going to that one. That's like one of the biggest ones coming that's local to me. So I'll be at that one, and then I'm either going back to DreamHack or Momo. Whichever one I can get in as a creator, I'll probably go back to, because that was my first DreamHack. I really had a good time. I got a chance to meet a lot of people that I've been either met online or been friends with online. So I had a really good experience with that. So I'm looking forward to that again. So it'll be one of the two. I don't know if I better do both, but it'll be one of the two for those.
Was that DreamHack or DreamCon?
DreamHack.
Okay.
DreamHack.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Miss RJ, how are you?
I am wonderful. I'm rested. I'm full from Christmas still after all of that rum cake and everything. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Didn't you say you was gonna? We never did that cookout thing we meant to do at challenges, because you said you was gonna make us some Jamaican spice rum cake or something. But I'm gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna do that eventually.
2026. We got to make it happen.
Oh, definitely. But I know your 2025 has been off the charts, astronomically amazing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your last 12 months?
Gosh, it has been unreal. I still don't have the actual tally, but I think we sold like nearly 350 copies of Volume 1. I had my first book signing. I got to do a collab with Tiger Sugar. Had I was on the radio. I got an article in the magazine, Smyrna Lifestyle magazine. Got to speak at some schools, advertise a series, also talk about creative writing. And I mean, finish Volume 1. That was an accomplishment in and of itself, because there was just so much that was going on behind the scenes. One day I will talk about. Yeah, it's been an amazing year, and I'm just like really grateful, because this is the first, like, it's the second year promoting it, but first year like commercially getting anything out there. And so I like at anime, like actually at AWA, someone came up to me and was just like, oh, Bob Carter's kind of told me about you. We need to work together. And so we got things lined up for next year too. I'm just so grateful.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And I just want to say, a lot of people will say, I was fortunate, or, I got lucky, or something, like, it was good. I have to say, watching you at the cons that I've seen you at, your hustle, and I don't mean hustle like, hustle mentality, like, gig mentality. I mean, your dedication to making sure everybody has what they need, everybody gets what they need, what they're expecting from you, that you are well stocked, that you are interacting with people. We talked about this at AWA, but there's some folks that were sitting in a booth filled by stuff that 5 other booths have, first of all, and they just sitting there, not even letting folks walk by, or they're just looking, watching you walk. No interaction, no, hey, do you want to check this out? Are you interested in this? No marketing, no sales. And so the success that you're seeing is deserved because you earned it. The work that you put in the beginning and the work that you continue to do, you deserve everything you're getting times 10.
Thank you.
Times 20,000.
For real though, like seeing that has shown me what not to do should I get a table at DreamCon next year.
Yes.
And also I'm gonna try to get a speaker somewhere just to advertise, to get people to come to my booth if I get one.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
you've done great work though. Keep it up, please.
Thank you.
Yes. And not only have you done great work, but the book is really good. Like the book is really, really good. Like I finally finished reading. Between reading this book right here and your book, there you go. My cup has been runneth over with Black enlightenment and words of wisdom and everything. So again, the book is good because so often, not to throw shade on anybody, so often I support a creator and I read their books and I'm like, oh, this needs some work. Your stuff needs to be on every bookshelf in America, every bookshelf in the world. When is the anime coming out? Like, I know you spoiling some stuff for next year, but when's the anime? That's what I'm waiting on. That's where we're at.
You know, that's something where when I started this, that was the goal. That was the goal. So I'm gonna just put it out there soon. I don't know exactly when. It doesn't matter exactly when, but it's not going to take as long as maybe conventionally. It will happen soon.
Sounds like it's happening sooner than later. You just kind of, not trying to spill the tea.
Yeah,
But I got you.
Hey, let her release things on her own time.
I got you. I got you. I'm waiting for it.
Yep.
I got you. Mr. Smooth cosplayer.
What up?
Salsa dancing cosplayer, if you will. You have also had a very interesting and extraordinary year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh wow. Where you want to start, man? Shoot. Just wrapped up another, what am I thinking of? Audiobooks. So I also do voice acting. So I'm not gonna spoil any of it actually, but I actually did what's the word for it? Like a dual narration. Yes. So I'm doing the second book for an author. Shout out to author B. Truly out there. She has a book called The Temptation Trials. So me and another guy did the two main male characters' voices for her previous book. This book, I came back kind of as a guest voice actor because my character and the other guy's character, their girlfriends are the main characters this time. This dystopian future, and like the governments, they control who you marry. So my character and the other guy's character, the only ways they can stay with their girlfriends, because they're about to turn 21. So you turn 21, you got to get married to whoever the government says you got to get married to. They have a reality show called The Temptation Trials. It's basically like some, you go like some Love Island stuff, whatever. So my character, his girlfriend is one of the main characters. The other guy's girlfriend is the other main character. So I return as that character and a rival character. So my character is in a love triangle with his girlfriend and another character, and I play both the guys. So that was kind of interesting. I'll give y'all one spoiler. I had my first character death ever. I'm dying for the first time ever in a book.
Wow.
I ain't gonna tell y'all who. I ain't gonna tell y'all which ones, but I died.
Did you die well?
I actually I did go. I think I went out. Okay, I'm telling on myself because I didn't read the whole thing. I read my lines. So I don't know how I died. I read my dying lines. I forget how exactly that death happened, but I know it was something heroic. So I guess that was good. So I'm not spoiling everything right now.
Okay.
I guess spoiler alert for everybody who does audiobooks, but yeah. Yeah, see, that last comment, that's exactly what I got on my screen right now.
Oh my God.
Watching my
Yeah,
Falcons do
people
exactly
watch
watching them do exactly what they do. Because at first I was like, hold up, whether we win or lose, we're doing something that we normally do. One, we either lose to a team that we had no business losing to. No, we lose to teams we're supposed to beat, and we beat teams that we have no business beating. Which, if we win, that happens. Also, we've been 28-3 since before the Super Bowl. Okay, we've been 28-3 my whole entire Falcons watching career. That's since like '92. So people be trying to use that as a joke. I'm like, y'all just seen it on the big screen. We're used to this. Okay. So yeah, regardless of the outcome, we doing some Falcon shit, basically.
Basically. I'm not even disappointed right now. You know what, I am. But anyway,
even if we win, it's still fire Raheem at the end of this, even if we win.
I don't know. I'll have a show about that when that happens. But Phil, Mr. Blerd Explorer, you've had probably one of the most busiest in I don't know, like, how can I explain it? But your 2025 has been in the planning for so long because you've had a huge jump from a cultural shock from going to from Korea to coming back home to the States and then instantly being enveloped by blurred culture, the thing that you have been missing this whole time. So please tell us about your 2025 rewind.
Yes. Now, for those who don't know, I just moved. Like I said, I just moved back from South Korea. I moved there back in May of 2016, like right out of college, and then of course I moved back to the USA in July 4th of 2025. So this plan, I've been working on my exit strategy since I would say around like Q3 or Q3. That's how long I've been working on the plan. Well, I started the planning process and I executed the plan in 2024 because I went through a fast track teacher certification program to get my license, and I became licensed in August of 2025. So the first half of 2025 was spent in Korea, and also in Thailand, Cambodia, because to get research for my next book, shameless plug, I'm writing a book called The Black Child's Guide to Thailand, Siem Cambodia. I'm also doing for South Korea. So that's going to come out, finally going to come out next year. And then, like I said, I moved back to the USA. I moved to Atlanta to start my job as an ESL teacher at my current elementary school. So instead of working with Korean kids, I work with Spanish kids, speaking kids, some African kids, and one Middle Eastern girl. And sometimes I do help out the American students. I do help out some of the American students with their assignments or tasks. Of course, like all kids these days, they want me to give them answers. I'm like, nah, I'll help you. I'll guide you to it, but I ain't gonna give you the answer. You feel me?
Right.
And of course, there are times I caught one student using AI too, like a lot of teachers. And then, of course, I went to DragonCon for the first time in my life, which was a blast. And of course, Marc, you promised you remember your word. You put me onto that. And of course, when we first met, he told me, I think he said he almost broke his neck looking up to me. I think that was a day one of that Friday night at DragonCon. And then I went to the Blerd photo shoot, which is amazing. Which, of course, like seeing that, like seeing all my people shining, just having a good time, seeing the cosplay season was an amazing feeling. And that inspired me, that motivated me to go into cosplaying myself. So, and of course, I made like I mentioned earlier, I made my cosplay debut at DreamHack of 2025, going on Puff. And BlerdCon, I'm pretty much going to afford to scrap because I'm going to need that money to pay for my current book to get it edited, get the book cover, well, not the book cover, edited, all that jazz, and also try to get it printed out to hopefully get to get a table at a DreamCon next year. Character-wise, I'm definitely gonna look at doing Fillmore. I was thinking about doing Tommy from Martin.
Yes.
Yeah. Tommy from Martin's a good idea. I was thinking about doing Coach from Left 4 Dead 2, Lee from the Telltale's Walking Dead, and definitely Mace Windu for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Mace Windu, future cosplayer, meet Mace Windu, fusion cosplayer, smooth cosplayer has a version of Mace Windu that's probably one of his better known cosplays.
Jules Windu. Yeah,
There you go.
I mixed Jules Winfield and Mace Windu. So yeah. Phil, how tall are you, man? Because was that?
I can't say it.
Now you don't say it.
Because once you said that Mark said he had to break his neck to look up at you, I was like, hold up. I think I just saw you wandering around Dragon Con and probably was like, hey,
yeah, right. Everybody saw him at Dragon Con and just had to do this.
Mark had him do me real dirty when we finished his interview. Mark was like, okay, now high five. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? He went high too, and I was like, this is wrong.
That was his normal. That was his normal.
It was his normal. His normal. Like I didn't have a step ladder, and so I high fived his elbow.
Me, I do that to everybody now, so don't worry. No one said. But no, really just the fact that I had a chance to go to all these major cons in the span of a year is an incredible journey, an incredible feeling. And of course, there was some reverse culture shock going from a place where there ain't no black folk. I mean, there's black folk in Seoul, but then going to Atlanta, it was like, oh my God, so many of us around. and not enough short people. Everybody's all tall too. It's like, oh my God. And the best feeling of be able to go to JCPenney's and be able to walk into a clothing department store and actually buy clothes. They actually got my size. It's a big tall for me. Whereas in Korea, it's like, maybe I could get a shoe here. Maybe.
Right. Everything else is tailored. Because what even are you when they look at you like they make humans like this?
But of course, and also had a chance to go to various black vendors. I went to RJ's booth, asked many questions about, hey, what's the process like to start the payment process via Square, using Square or whatnot. And it was very helpful. Everybody was completely helpful, giving me piece of advice on how to start the payment process. So it did help me learn what to do when I do eventually get a table as well. And like you said, Joy, we said it earlier, what not to do when you're having a table, if you have a venue. Just, even though I'm an introvert, I'll put on the extrovert mode for my kids. And of course, I'll do that when I get a table to show that energy, hey, come in and check out my books. And of course, meeting my friend, my boy Husky Okage for the first time. I've been following you. I love your content, man. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
Oh, we got another new member.
Hey,
another one. Who is this one?
Hey,
looks like you're going to Blerdkon, man.
I don't know who that is though. Who is? All right, we'll figure out later. But welcome.
Isaiah.
It's me. It's me.
Oh, Isaiah, thank you. Okay.
You can tell by the first name. Good God.
It just popped up. I saw green and orange. I was like, money. But I'm at 10. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. It's all right. It's all right. Just
he didn't recognize you out of cosplay. He said he already don't recognize people and they got a different outfit on. So
that's every time.
It's okay.
New cosplay. Who this?
Right.
Also, I mentioned doing Tommy from Martin. If y'all have a suggestion for what outfit from the show that I should wear, you let me know. I'm not a fashion person. That's like my kryptonite. Fashion.
You got to get the cream turtleneck sweater with like the little green patches or whatever, like the trees, whatever across it. Yeah. And some like slate gray slacks. Yeah.
Oh, and also Saitama. I'm thinking about doing Saitama from One Punch Man. Mostly because at the last day of school, I shaved my head, and one of my fourth grade kids like, teacher, why you shave your head? You look like One Punch Man or Mr. Clean. Like these are fourth grade kids too. I'm like, bruh. No,
Mr. Clean.
True. Nah, I got something big. So my other future cosplay, and I'm going to go back to the gym in the next couple of days. Fitness journey, because I'm gonna go as Sagat from Street Fighter 6.
Do that shit. Yes.
Which, funny enough, for those who don't know, I actually did Muay Thai in Korea too. I actually really like doing Muay Thai, so I want to get back into it.
Love it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That is what's up. That is definitely what's up. I'm doing too much at one time. Okay. But before I bring up the end of the show, before I let y'all go, let me ask each of y'all, what was your favorite moment of Blerdography, Blerdkast, Marc, me, or Moana Nui of 2025?
I go. That's fine. For me, it was definitely the queer people in Blurred Spaces panel that we did. That one was so much fun, and I hope in 2026 we have a part 2. And I get to come
there'll
back.
be a part 3. We did part 2 in October, but yes, there'll be a part 3 in June of 2026 that you will be on.
Thank you so much. I had a ball. I mean, that was so much fun. So that one, because people don't understand, outside of just being a black person at a con, that is where we had to fight for spaces, but being a black queer person in the space like that, is a whole nother level. So So, but I was very grateful to have a space to actually talk about it and share those insightful things that most people would never understand or never had opportunity to learn about. So, but I'm looking forward to more outside of just the queer panel or whatever. But any other time you want another person to provide like I'm looking for. You need to try to do an HBCU one.
Oh no! What HBCU did you go to?
Alabama State.
Spelman.
Oh, Spelman night. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yes. An HBCU grad one. Oh yeah, that's definitely. So, but all in all, like I said, it was outside of me just becoming a member of your page. It's more so just pouring back into you because you poured so much into Blurred Over. So why not have one person from the team pour back into you? Because you whenever we want to do a photo shoot, you always come. Whenever we need something, just anything, or you show us major love. Anytime we have an event, you coming around, supporting, hyping us up, tagging us, sharing our posts. So why not pour back into you as much you pour into us?
Well, okay. So the secret about that is, it's like I feel like me and Micah Blurred Over and Blerdography kind of started around the same time because I remember in the beginning, every time I type in Blurred and O, it was Blurred Over that will pop up and not Blerdography. So I had that SEO issue with Micah, but like we came up over the years, and the more I see him and your organization grow and what he does for the black and brown kids in Birmingham, Alabama, and like that's something I wish I had, just somebody who understood just black nerdism and just did amazing things for the community. I just appreciate it so much. Just that y'all are doing that. I appreciate that Blurred Over is a nonprofit because Blerdography is a for-profit. And we need people to be out there in the community doing nonprofit work and doing the Lord's work, literally the Lord's work. You guys are doing fundraising to the backpack giveaways and charitable drives, the African American con that y'all do, so much that y'all do. I will always be there for every member of Blurred Over because Blurred Over is there for every single member of the black nerd community, just hands down. And I've never not seen Micah do something for the community, do something for somebody for the cause, and have his heart in the right place. And that goes for not only him, but for you, for Ebony, the brother twins, Lawrence and Lorenzo, brother twins. All of y'all do such amazing work. Like I don't mind donating a couple dollars just so I can get some footage of somebody going around the 360 thing. Every con y'all go to, y'all are there. Every con I go to, y'all are there, whether y'all are physically there or not. Somebody is there representing Blurred Over and so Blurred. I will always support Blurred Over.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you too, man. So like outside of just like I said, we love what we do. Anytime any money that we receive, we point it right back in. We pointing it right back out. Like honestly and truly. Right. Like it's so much bigger than us because number one, the real reason why I really got involved is because I wanted to provide the educational piece side of it to it. Because I wanted him to be able to get into schools and talk to kids that honestly would never understand. I'll have a person to talk to about liking anime, liking video games, being able to draw and be creative and outside of just themselves in a notebook inside the classroom. Luckily for me, just a personal testimony of my own, being that I'm a teacher in a Blerd and my kids know it. I actually had a kid in my room come up to me and write me a note that said, "I'm so glad that you're here because I actually have dreams of becoming an animator." And and he actually, when I tell you this kid is so creative, he actually took a Amazon shipping box and crafted it into a pumpkin head some kind of way and painted it and did it himself. He made a gouging eyeball because this was not the time of Halloween. And also he knows that my favorite anime character of all time is Koro Sensei. That's the kind of, anytime I play any games with them in the classroom, that's my nickname. That's hands down. And he actually took the time to make me a custom birthday card with Koro Sensei on it. And I was like,
oh man,
it took me a lot to be
that kid's favorite teacher.
Yes, and I try to be, and then this is the crazy part. Like my kids know me so well, like even we can be in the class, like a teacher getter in class would be, I can say Avengers and they respond with a symbol and they know exactly what to do. Or it could be something from SpongeBob, like it sounds like a lot of hoopla and they just go out with it. And then of course, because I'm teaching Black children and we raised in the Black church, we do Black church things, especially when I got to read announcements from the school. These are your church announcements, govern yourselves accordingly. Okay, yeah. So, and
I love it.
So like being, like I said, being that I'm a Black educator and also a Blerd at the same time, and merging those two spaces is just an amazing thing, and especially being able to do it with Blerd Over and as well, which by the way, they actually come into my school, sometimes school in the spring, they just don't know it yet. I'm pulling them out of Birmingham. But other than that, all in all, like I said, we love what you do. We support everything that y'all got going. And if you don't, and outside, like you said, you're missing the twins, you mentioned everybody else. There are some other key members of Blerd Over that I kind of want to plug real quick, like Devin, Kim, Mike, as what you said, Mike and the Storm and Ebony and Felicia, like, and Derek, like especially Derek Huckman, my. But other than that, like I said, thank you all for having me, and I love you all dearly. But I do have to step off because I have some things that are family related that I do have to tend to, and I love you all dearly. Keep me.
You need to go to sleep, like everybody on here tonight.
Yeah. Well, I ain't want to say that because I'm on holiday break.
Go to bed. Mark had us on here almost 3 hours. Like,
I need to get up early morning.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
But yeah, but all in all, thank you.
It was a pleasure seeing you again for sure. I look forward to our next session together. That's gonna be great.
Oh yes, most definitely. It's gonna be a time.
Yeah.
I would have to say that my favorite moment with Blerdography was Black women in nerdy spaces, and I think that might have been the actual first video, like the first live stream that I jumped in on. And it was such a warm sense of community, one, and then two, being able to hear other people's perspective about their experience in this space, and some of the commentary that you get and the things that you have to grapple with. Being someone who has already done other things, or I was the only Black person kind of in the space in either in my career or in my school or whatever, being in K-pop alone, being a Black female videographer in K-pop, that already was its whole own experience. And I enjoyed that, but I do have to say though, what was also a really amazing experience to me, Mark, was when we just got to meet for the first time ever last year at AWA. Because remember, I reached out to you and I was like, hey, I have a manga. Can we talk about it? And from then, I feel like that was the summer of 2024. We kept in touch until we finally got to see each other in person, and we got to interview in person at AWA. And that is forever a special moment for me too, because it's been wonderful.
Again, you deserve it. You and Dana Morgan are the two hardest working women that I know of in the game right now in the nerdy space. You and the Seventh King and your manga and Dana and everything that she does. I know we just been kind of go since then, but I've been looking up to you. I need to do more. I'm not doing enough in the short amount of time between you and Marilyn Teagues. Y'all do a lot. I need to do more. I need to be on y'all level.
Look, thank you. It takes a village. It takes a village. It looks like it's just speeding by, but it takes a village, and it's people like you who also help, because the fact that you mentioned the Seven Kingdom in certain spaces, you help contribute to people who walked up to my table and were like, wait a minute, I've heard of this before. And I was like, oh, okay.
You know, I've never not stopped talking about you. So, like, okay, I'll keep doing it too.
Yes, no, I appreciate you always.
I'm gonna definitely keep doing it. Husky Hokage, I know, you've been waiting a long time, but again, I appreciate you so much. Like, I consume your content like every day. I know I haven't been engaging as much because I'm trying to like spread the wealth around as well as get my own stuff together. But like, buddy,
Absolutely.
you have been one of the people that's been keeping me afloat on TikTok. Like, I want to, every time I'm on TikTok, I want to throw my phone out the window because it's so bad and toxic. But when I come across your content or Phil's or Old Man Food and Anime or Make That Magic, or even RJ, like, whenever I come across something, y'all bring me back down to this level. But I gotta ask you, what has been your favorite moment of me in 2025?
No, first thing what RJ said, one of the first episodes I watched was the Black Women in Nerdy Spaces. Just getting an opportunity to
Guys, I'll be
hear
right back.
just getting an opportunity to hear, women, Black women especially, talk about just their experience overall and being in nerdy space, because you hear some of the horror stories going around just from how Black women shows interest in a nerdy thing, and some of the guys be like, "What you know about that?" Like, if a Black woman talking about some she love gaming, what games you done played? What you ain't played no game? You're not a gamer. Like, I really, as somebody who, that's my niche, that's what I talk about mostly, is gaming. As somebody who I really, really I don't like to say hate, but I really, really dislike people that are like that. I believe gaming is a space for everybody that wants to do it. Games should be fun. That should be really. I got two questions: is the game fun, and are you enjoying it? Them my two questions. If you answer yes to both of them, nothing no one else says matters, because that's all that matters, is that you're having fun with it. But that was one, and then the one I was on with Black Men in Nerdy Spaces, getting an opportunity to be on there and just share my experience, talk about growing up being a nerd, blurred, or whatever you want to call it, and hearing other Black men like myself that look like me and do some of the same things I do, get a chance and opportunity to share their experiences as well. I believe we are a community, man, and I do my best to support everybody I can. Whether it be a follow, whether it be a repost or retweet. I mean, I have the funds right now, but I can always do that if nothing else. But I and I want to thank you, Marc, Alani Nu, shout out to Joy as well. One of my first times seeing Joy was on the Black Women in Nerdy Spaces. She's a character, and she's awesome and an awesome host as well. But I appreciate you, Marc, for also you've been on my podcast, me and my cousin Dub. And just giving me the opportunity to also be on here as well, be on your space, in your space, to talk about stuff I love. Like I said, I'm a lover of many things. I'm a blurred. I just, by any category that's considered nerdy or blurdy, I'm there. I can fall in line somewhere in that. But gaming is like my special place, and just getting the opportunity to talk about it, share it, and show how much I love, because every day you go on this internet and you see people talking about games, talking about this, talking about that, bad mouthing this, bad mouthing that, and it's like we forgot about the reason that we enjoy this, or like this hobby. Like, this is a hobby that we like to do, and like I said, I'm a believer of no matter what games you play, whether it be mobile games, cozy games, horror games, sports games. If that's all you play, guess what? You're a gamer. And that's how I look at it, and that's how I will always look at it. Because you found something that you have your space, and no one should yuck your yum. You know what I'm saying? So, but once again, those have been just some of my things. Like I said, just getting the opportunity to be on here, be on this platform, and meet people, and hear everybody's experience, talk about stories. Like, I knew a couple of people before, like the Supreme Attorney Angie. I've been following her on TikTok, and seeing her interactions, just being on here. Just overall, man, it's been a pleasant experience, and just overall, really thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Dana, You mind pulling up some of those shots that Smooth Cosplayer dropped in the chat? Since we're on him, I want to show off some of those pictures because that was probably one of my favorite shoots that I got to do just because
same.
I've been shooting with you for so long. Like every con we almost do a shoot. There we go. Yes, that's probably one of my favorite ones when I was like, Cloud, jump up in the air. It's gonna be funny. And it was.
I knew we was gonna make some hilarity, but I was not prepared for how hilarious we got with this shoot. So, so the two in this photo with me, those are my hotel roommates. So my friend Kit there and Dobbs, who is Cloud up there. So they're married. So we call this the other Final Fantasy VII love triangle. So it's usually Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. But for those of y'all who don't know, there's a really throwaway line in Final Fantasy VII OG where Reno asks Rude who he likes, and he says it's Tifa. So I always make it a point to get photos with Tifa's whenever I dress up as Rude, and I'll always walk around with his Buster Sword. So I'll always say, hey, I stole Cloud's girl and his Buster Sword. So we decided to kind of make a fun photo shoot out of it.
It worked really well too.
Yes, it definitely worked really well. Because I get some of the ideas.
We didn't plan this one. This one just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, this one kind of came out of nowhere. But like you was giving me ideas, and I was like, this is too hilarious. Let's just go for it. Yeah. But for me, not only this photo shoot, but like I mentioned when you first came on, this is one of my favorite shoots too. You like told me like, hey, let's do this. And I was like, you know what, bet, let's go. And that gave me the idea for some of the other shots we did. But not only was this shoot one of my favorite things that you have done this year, I was officially in your never-ending cosplay music video from DragonCon this year as Bob in my
very first cosplay.
Yes, at the Black Geek shoot. It like I was on the top of the world doing that photo shoot. Like I was cosplaying. I didn't have to have my camera on my neck. I was in your video and a couple other people's videos. People recognizing who I was without me having to drop hints. I loved it. This cosplay thing, I'm gonna do until the day I die.
There you go. Hey. He is officially addicted, and I love it.
Oh yes,
right word.
I cannot wait.
It pulls you in.
I cannot wait to show off what I'm planning for next year. But and I'll be able to pull it off because I got some new adult money because of my new members tonight. So I'll again thank you for Isaiah and Tanya for joining on. Before we go, Mr. Phil, your favorite memory of me in 2025.
Let me think. Ooh. Birthday dinner that we had at the buffet.
That's right. You was there.
Yeah, I was there. What else? Oh, definitely seeing how you direct all those people to do the photo shoot, like both at DragonCon and in Blerd and at AWA. Now, obviously, size-wise, DragonCon's a lot bigger compared to AWA, but still, regardless of size, the fact you was able to direct people how to pose, how long to hold the position and stuff like that, that is really impressive. So I am very proud and honestly say, hey, you're doing what you're doing is amazing. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. I have so much planned and in store for next year. But thank y'all for coming on. Every single one of y'all will be guests on the show in the future next year. Just watch out for a random group chat that appears that you're in. That means you're on the show. And just ask any questions. But I know coming up next, I will be doing content creators in nerdy spaces, and I'm definitely having Mr. Hussein Hakage on with a bunch of other people, so that's going to be very interesting. But thank y'all for coming on. I'm gonna bring Dana and Joy back up, and we're gonna close out the show because I know it's been like 3 hours, and it's time to go. It is time to go. I'm hungry.
May the Lord watch between me and thee.
Yes, but thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all so much. Are there any other Moana Nui members still holding off in the green room?
I know a lot of people have been like the cross between the two. I know several people have dropped off and they're kind of in the chat and everything, but I just want to say for everybody who has been part of the Blerdkast, coming on the show since May of this year, this collaboration between Moana Nui and Blerdography. We love that, we're keeping these conversations going, and we're looking forward to other topics and having y'all part of the show, of the series continuing into next year.
Yes, most definitely until next year. Like you said, next year we have a lot of things planned. But between now and the next live show, we're taking a little break. Or at least Blerdography is taking a little break. Blerdography will be taking a break between now and the January 12th, which is the next show. The next show, Content Creators in Nerdy Spaces, followed by Black People in Nerdy Spaces. That's going to be a very interesting, fun one, combining Black men and Black women in Nerdy Spaces. And we're going to do a two-parter, one on MLK Day and another one in the middle of January. In the middle of February. And we're also going to do Blerd Culture Explained. That's another one that's coming up that I'm looking forward to. And while we was finishing up this show, me and Dana are in talks for that HBCU episode. So look forward to that being dropped soon. Because we also plan a Greek episode too? Oh, that's going to be fun. We should both do both.
I got other folks I can bring in on both of those. So yeah, it'll be
perfect. So again, thank everybody. Thank all my subscribers. Thank all of everyone watching Moana Nui podcast for over the past year. Thank you all the channel members. Thank you everyone that's been a guest on the show. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, everybody, for just watching and making me feel just that much more important in my life and helping me through my own little life struggles. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be here doing this. And I think this is something that we need to be here doing. Like everyone said, a lot of good has come out of Blerdkast Live. A lot of good has come out of Moana Nui and Blerdography. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lavender Bunny. But oh my God, I just love doing this. This, like, sitting here pontificating about nerd stuff and talking about different nerdy things and just laughing and having jokes thrown at me and making jokes has been some of the most fun I've had on a Monday night in a long time. And I've had like a good 8 months of this. So thank y'all so much for just making me feel special. I don't have anything clever to say. I don't know how to end the show other than see y'all next year.
Have a great evening. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thanks for coming out. God bless and good night. We'll just end it like that for the OGs who know.
Yes.
Later.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf if they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No regard for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if you put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice.
No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. Network out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we